Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Ardent Roleplay stream. I am Jacob, your wonderful host. I do the general GMing and such like that, and I'm joined by our lovely and fantastic cast this evening for the Trail of Troubles. Yes, of course. I'm your host, joined by the lovely Zach, but I'll let him to introduce himself, and then we'll take a quick run around our lovely cast and let them introduce themselves. So, Zach, take us away.
Hello. My name is Zach Naeem. I'm coming to you live from the voids of space, I guess. My lighting isn't too crash out right now. But yeah, I do also do a Twitch thing on twitch.tv/ZachSpeaksGiant. But I'm very excited to play and not DM. It's a wild time. I didn't know this was possible.
Neither did I, but I mean, here we are. It's so exciting. We'll throw over to Emily. That's what you deal with. Yeah, you. Yes, that one.
Oh, me?
There's only one Emily, I think.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Hold on, wait. Let me try that again. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I shouldn't be here. But my name is Emily. I am lucky enough to play a group called Fate Script. We stream every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We just finished campaign 1.
Oh my gosh.
Still hurting emotionally from it. So I guess we got some content coming for you. You can tune in next Tuesday for Mate's Quip, where we break down our campaign and talk about everything that could have happened and why I should have survived. But anyway, let's stop talking about me.
And handball
Twitch.tv/Veneselda.
Yeah. Handball it too. Gemma.
I can't do the me, but I can do it. Hang on. Oh no, never mind. The chair hasn't gone any further than that. Never mind.
Zoom on in.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hello there. That's me, GMD. Hello, I am G or Gem. I'm a TV presenter. I play video games for a living, and I'm on Twitch occasionally. And on the side, I play D&D and cause chaos. And that's all you really know about me. So,
what more do you need?
Short and sweet. And I have a really good zoom on my camera. That's all you need to know about
me.
I
mean, I'm honestly jealous of that camera zoom. It's too fast.
Thank you. I'm going to make it everyone's problem.
The drama is too powerful. We'll throw over to the lovely Matt as well. Matt, tell us all about yourself.
Hello, Matthew Ford. I played D&D back when those kids on the Stranger Things show were doing. I was that age. I actually wore those clothes and had those snacks and played that version of D&D. So I've been doing D&D for a long time. Now I really specialize in teaching D&D to absolute beginners. So I have an organization called Rolling Rogues. It's a nonprofit volunteer thing here in Brisbane, Australia, where most of us are from. And I take through dozens of people every year. I teach them D&D from the absolute beginning. So if you're interested in seeing it, if you go to tinyurl.com/teachdd, that gets you to my Patreon page, and that's probably linked somewhere. And we have videos, and I talk to the screen about how I put things together. So I also demonstrate how to be a DM. So I really want people to play more D&D and get from the very bottom rung. That's me.
How good is D&D? Wow, so good. Oh,
so good.
Wow.
Never heard of it.
What is that? What's
good for you.
A D&D?
Saves the planet.
We will find out more today. Wow, that's so exciting.
Save the world.
To finally, Promethean.
Hey, I'm Promethean, or Promethean if you prefer, whatever. You can tell I play games on Twitch because there's a 0 in my name. It's really easy.
Yeah. And, real gamers.
Heaps.
Badass.
Super gamey, totally. But I love the heck out of D&D. I'm a noob, technically, though, compared to everyone else who has ever played the game.
Dude, don't worry, same.
Yeah, woo! Brilliant. And that doesn't stop me playing on the OzQuest channel on Twitch every fortnight. D&D stuff. So
D&D stuff.
That's me.
Well, that's what we're here to do. So, of course, we're going to be using Ardent Roleplay today. So if you are joining our Twitch channel and you want to check out the cool AR that we're going to be using in our various games today, check out the little spectator code. It should be down the bottom there. You can kind of enter that into your Ardent Roleplay app, and you should be able to have a look at the cool cards and stuff like that will be on that screen as well as we play our wonderful game today. But all that being said, we'll get into the actual game itself. So there's a bit of preamble to this particular game, which I'm now going to alleviate for all of you now. At the end of the last adventure, the party became aware that a cult of Naminar are the perpetrators of kidnapping a lost familiar and have taken the wonderful Sniffles to their stronghold deep within the northeastern mountains. A trail that for generations has become known as the Trail of Troubles. The Trail of Troubles, of course, is so named because of the horrible things that happen to those who venture too far into the region for the past decades. The road was once a bustling highway that supported a variety of trade routes, but approximately 75 years ago or so, terrible things started happening, and they have not stopped since, which, of course, is why the name of the road is the way it is now. Not very used, but where the party is going nonetheless. Now, we've done our wonderful people interactions and introductions, but we'll go for your actual characters now. There's a wonderful variety of various bards from what I generally understand. So we'll get a quick pass around for all of that as well. So we'll jump back to Zach again. So we'll go from the top to the bottom. Tell us about your character.
Yes, Goose Grimbold, or Siskin, known to his friends as Goose, is a 1 level in bard, 2 levels in. I'll leave it up in the air right now, but he is a human. He is very foppish, dressed in fine clothing. He clearly takes a little too much care in his physical appearance, and is very hesitant to get any dirt or filth upon himself, but does carry with him what can only be described as several, very obviously cursed items.
Oh, of course. Well, yes. Why have anything else but cursed items? Wonderful. Emily, tell us about your character.
Well, the name's Cricket Hopmeister, and I am a halfling bard rogue that carries a rapier larger than myself, and super rugged looking, got an eye patch over an eye. I won't tell you how I lost it, though.
The mysterious.
A woman of few words, may I say.
Fair enough. All right. Gemma, tell us what you do.
Yes.
Tell us more.
When you first see Maze, she's quite a hulking figure. She's a half-orc barbarian. Quite tall, even for a half-orc, quite big and stocky. The second she opens her mouth, though, very different, quite a high-pitched voice. But she is decked out in some pretty modest clothing. She kind of looks like she's been on the streets for some time. What else is there about her? Her hair is kind of braided against the side in quite a nice way. You can tell she puts more effort into from here to here than literally anywhere else on her body. And she's just happy to be here. She's ready for an adventure and possibly a cat.
She's enjoying her life. Wow.
Just enjoying her life. She's just going from one town to the next.
You love to hear it. Yeah. Matt, tell us what your character do. Tell us more.
Yeah, Orog Bloodshield marches like a soldier, tall, built like an athlete, but has a pretty grim expression. He's been with this group for a while, and he's still pretty pissed off about a certain thing. He's hanging out with Maze mostly because it's the only other fighter in the group. So I'm a fighter, a battle master. Human, sort of ruddy skin, chainmail, and carries himself like a soldier. He's still pretty mad at his brother. His brother calls himself Orgu, so that's just to take the piss out of me because his name isn't actually Orgu. He just called himself that to make me mad. He drafted me into this group, and he promised there would be no arcane magic. He promised there would be no bards. And what do I find myself with? This is Orgu's idea of a joke, but I'm a man of my word. So I promised to bring right to this world, to do the good fight. And I've been putting up with all the heebie-jeebies that I feel very often when any sort of arcane magic is being done around. It reminds me a lot of spooky stuff my mom did down in the swamps. I love Mom, but I've never liked magic. So pretty uncomfortable. I'd rather stay away from you all until we get into a fight. Then I've got your back. I would die for you all because that's my duty.
Very nice. Very exciting. I think there might be some Hebes and or Jeebs in this game, so get prepared for that. So we'll see how we go from there. But finally, of course, we have lovely Prometheus. Tell us about your character.
Oh, that would be Jinthilla Aethelnar.
Aethelnar.
Can't pronounce his own name. Jinthilla Aethelnar. There you go. Or Jin is much easier. A almost 7 foot tall dragonborn sorceress bard or bardic sorcerer. Who's actually just super chill most of the time. He is, pretty calm, cool, and collected. He just enjoys the chance to hang around folk and learn stuff from them, kind of.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, that concludes our introductions, and now we can finally get onto the game itself. So you find yourselves in a very small town. Obviously, you've done a little bit of questing already within this town, trying to find this lost familiar. Now, you have uncovered, of course, this note that leads you to the mountains. So you are preparing basically for your journey. You have 150 gold pieces each, and of course, a healing potion as well to take you on your journey. If you'd like to do any extra shopping while you're here, please let me know. We can do a little bit of a scene in the actual shops, and then we'll get into the adventure proper.
All right. I like to protect you all, so I'm going to get a couple extra healing potions. Those always come in handy, and I've got a healer's kit that I just got as well.
Maze is going to go over to Augur and be like, this might be a bit of a silly question, but if we're luring a cat, do you think like cat treats are something we're going to need? Like meat, what do cats like? I'm not really a cat person.
I can make jambalaya. I've got a cooking pot. I can make a really good jambalaya.
That works.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya, yeah, I can see that. I don't really want to grab it, so I think we can lure it out. That'd work for me.
I'll put the pot on the cat. The cat goes into the pot, and I tip the pot over. Now we've got the cat and the jambalaya
like catching a spider. Like catching perfect.
Yeah, you got the tool efficiency for cooking, of course.
Like I've always said, a cat is just a spider with less legs.
You're not wrong. That is true. They do have less legs.
No legs, though. Common misconception.
Well, if it doesn't behave, well, we might be missing a couple, but...
Leonardo might want his cat back with all of its legs, or appendages at the very least.
Well, then he shouldn't have lost it.
Well, he shouldn't have hired you guys, but that's okay. There is a small kind of like... not the alchemist proper. There is an alchemist that you've kind of interacted with before, which... You have a note for dealing with a bit later, but there is like a small vendor that does sell healing potions and various like objects to wary adventurers. He's kind of like he seems to be like a traveler, much like you guys, but is like got a little pop-up store with like a bunch of like fine smelling spices and incense and stuff like that. And he seems to be like kind of in the middle of the market square, kind of waiting for any passers-by. Most of the people of this town are not particularly adventurous in nature, excluding of course you guys. So he is kind of just enjoying himself and smoking a little pipe as he waits for clientele. But if you'd like to engage with him, you can go and like ask him to, give me those healing potions. You're under arrest.
So are your healing potions guaranteed of some sort? I don't like any flim-flam, and are they made with arcane magic, or are they made with religious magic? I'm really looking for one that was made by a cleric, preferably.
Well, luckily enough, I actually happen to have a lot of, like, most of mine are cleric magic.
Good. I like clerics. I trust clerics.
Yeah, of course.
Trust the gods.
He doesn't seem to be particularly convincing about that, but I mean, he does make a pretty good case. It's like, oh, yes, of course. How many can I get you?
I'll take 2 of them.
Two?
Are they in sturdy bottles? Can I put them on my belt?
So well, so he like launches and he like hands one to you. It's like, what do you think of this? And you kind of get like a little glass vial. It's like probably like about the size of an 8 ball. Like, oh yeah, this like pool cue. I'm like, oh, that's just fine.
Yeah, I consider examining it. I don't want to know if it's arcane, actually. I probably, in my heart of hearts, I know he's probably lying to me, so I'm just going to pretend that it's not arcane.
Yeah, he has lied to you. He's, you don't need to know, but fine. And yeah, he like hands you, he hands you this vial. That'll be 25 gold pieces.
25 each. Mm-hmm. That's fine. Great. Yeah. Sure. There you go.
Like he hands over, like you hand over the money, and he grabs 2 months.
Go outside and say, this guy's selling cheap healing potions. Like they're usually more where I come from. So they might want to get in on this deal.
I mean, I don't plan on ever being hurt by physical or magical means. It's just not really my vibe, so I'm good, probably.
Don't have it.
I like taking damage. That's fine.
I do like the energy of just avoiding damage.
Yeah, I just don't go in for it,
I like it.
I like the mindset.
It's kind of the secret, you get in what you put out, and I'm putting
getting
out.
Killed, not what you want to put out.
Yeah, I get damage put in. I like damage being
Hasn't
put
happened
into me.
yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. See?
Maze will walk up to the same vendor and just be like, whatever he just said, I'll have some of those too.
Okay. He hands you 2 vials, so 25 gold pieces each.
Thanks for setting that up for me.
Awesome. All right.
Jean's going to walk up, and so the 150 gold that they've collected is the most money he's ever had. He's quite keen. What's the coolest thing that you have that I can buy from you? Yeah.
One really long slinky.
What if I walk up next to Jin and I pool my money with him? What about this much? What about with this much, huh?
I'm going to stand over both of their shoulders and just like watch what this person has to say.
Hang on, the halfling's going to stand over.
And what I mean by that is I'm going to ascend the dragon board.
Yeah.
And stand on Jin's shoulder and just be like,
he kind of like looks at you all as you do this. He's like, well, I do have this. He pulls out a water clock. He's like, this is probably the most interesting item I possess.
I believe he said coolest item.
This seems like it's for nerds. I don't know.
Hang on,
he pops it open like a little mechanical like watch, and it's like a little tick 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 tick. Like,
great, something that tells the time.
It's a good beat.
Like, I can do that by like looking directly at the sun, which I do often.
But what if you're in a cave?
I look at the cave sun.
Cave sun. Yeah.
This clock
We're going to be on a ship anytime soon. Maybe for sailing.
How much do you want for the water ticky thing?
500 gold pieces.
No.
What?
Sorry.
Well, look, it's a very cool, like he like kind of dangles it as like very cool object. But
I'm going to
if you can't afford it, that's okay.
I'm going to place my finger on it. Is it in fact cool or is it warm?
It is cool to the touch. Yes, it's like a little cool, like little watch.
He's got you there.
There's
I
water
would say
inside
this
it.
is slightly under average temperature.
Mhm.
Some
like-
would consider cool.
Room temperature, where this is probably a little low.
I think 500 gold is too much money.
That's all right. It's an expensive item, so I've got to pay 500 gold. That's the only way. Apparently, they cost like more than like 1,000 gold in some places. So I mean,
You strike me as a liar, sir.
a little bit of a deal. Oh, my heart!
I'd be
like,
selling it for that.
and you're like, oh, and like you feel like he's like genuinely quite offended. He's like, I can't say that to me. I thought I gave you such a good deal. Those healing potions.
May is kind of walk up to them and be like, and kind of draw, just pull the sword out slightly of its sheath. Are you sure it's the coolest item you have? Really sure?
Do you want to do me an intimidation roll?
I do.
Like, give me that intimidation roll. Of course,
Don't think this is legal.
Yes, probably not. But
I'm going to make sure there's no
That's-
guards coming.
You're basically
That is an 11.
11.
Yes.
Let's see how.
Are you
Oh,
positive?
good. He's like, whoa! And he freaks out. Getting a natural 1 on his test. Like, whoa!
She's just so tall.
I'm so in any trouble.
Is it these guns throwing you off? Because I get
The
it.
guns. He did not order tickets to the gun show, but he has received them and is not happy with his.
He's in the splash zone.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa! I don't want any troubles here. Look, I'm just trying to make it. I'm just living here. Look, you need to take what you want. I'm gonna. He starts like backing away. He's got his bag like probably.
I was just
in his
looking
hand
at
at
it.
this
I didn't
point?
actually mean to scare. Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry.
It's yours. And he like starts like he like gets probably like about 10 feet away and just starts like backing up nice and fast. And it's like running off
damn,
in the
okay.
water. He's like, I'm out of here.
I'm going to rifle through his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna rifle through and see if there's anything.
There's like a few kind of doodads and knickknacks and stuff like that. They're mostly like blade oils and like a bit of a whetstone and stuff.
I
like
take
that.
one doodad, and I'm gonna add that to my sheet.
Pick up the little water ticker. You're right.
Yeah.
This is room temperature.
He definitely took the bag with him when he like
You want it?
poo-scat out of there, but there are some like
Yeah.
various items and stuff like that which are like, oh, this is nice, like some daggers and stuff like that. They seem to be from different places and stuff.
Yeah, I
Time is
stepped
about
outside the shop.
construct.
I know this group well enough. I stepped outside the shop. I'm looking for guards, making sure town guard doesn't come through. I'm also going to look for that guy. Like
you
I tried
probably got
to-
about like 10 minutes, maybe 15. And he looked pretty freaked out, but maybe he's just
I
doing
look
about it
very
once
casual,
a
like up front, just kind of stretching.
Jin-
Like
Jin,
everything's
do you
fine.
want the water ticker? I'm not really vibing it. Do you want it?
Yeah, why not? That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
go ahead. You have it.
Thanks.
Time is
All
but a construct invented by tabaxi folk. I don't
Who-
believe in it.
I mean, time could have been literally made by this watch. Who knows? Maybe Tabaxi built this watch.
Why is God speaking to me?
Could have been.
Cricket's deep in the conspiracy theories.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I don't exactly know what it is, but I like it.
I'm here for it. I'm buying what you're selling. Water watches or otherwise. So that is going to be the last seller of magical healing potions in town.
Everyone else is being scared off.
You're probably going to be able to find tents and equipment and stuff like that somewhere else, but those sellers will be just slightly different.
Just gonna put the hood back
adventurous sellers is going to get out.
Yeah, I like to try to find the guy. Also, I don't like breaking the law. I don't like being in trouble with the law. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm going to try to find him and I'm going to give him some of my gold as just
absolutely. Feel free to do so.
Thank you for trusting us with your stuff. Let me give you something for that. So I'll try to track him down.
Yep. Give me a survival test or an investigation test, whatever you would like.
Okay. Oh, survival. I'm all right.
Survival. I'm going to find him.
If anyone asks, it was another half-orc barbarian. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to give away my friends. I'm just going to try to make it whole. I got a 12 on survival.
12 for survival. He definitely didn't try to cover his tracks too hard. He was mostly focused on the running aspect of what he was doing. So you do manage to track down a little bit of a trail pretty effectively. And you managed to kind of find him kind of at a little guard outpost, probably in just the exits or entrances of town. They're kind of just sitting there, kind of talking to one of the guards, doing looking a bit worried, clutching at their backpack. You approach him.
Yes, yeah. As friendly as I could look, being a very tall, well-armored dude, sort of having run after him. It's like, hey, buddy, I want to talk to you a bit about your shop. I want to help you with something. I gesture him over from the guard. I just wave to the guard. So everything's fine.
Do me a persuasion roll, please.
Okay. Oh man.
Right. Hey, I am your friend. Okay. Do not
best
worry.
I can with my very average charisma. That's got an 8 on my persuasion on that.
No.
Just want to talk to you about this. Just want to help. I want to help you out.
Gestures.
Let me friendly. I'm friendly.
You're gonna be chased from this town.
He starts walking.
Someone
out,
yelling that they're friendly is usually a great sign.
There they go. The guy's looking confused at what's going on. He's like.
It's fine. So I left some money for you on the counter, buddy. Left some money for you on the counter. I'll see you later. I'm gonna give up on this.
How much
back up?
I haven't left any yet. So I'm saying I've left money for you on the counter, and I'm gonna go make that right by putting 25 gold on the counter. So what a failure.
Yeah, that's so good. All right, 25 gold on the counter. You just leave that there, and
yes.
Okay, onto the trail, I guess. Or anything else goes wrong. All right. Well, does anyone else want to do anything else before they leave town?
I'm going to descend down the Dragonborn's back now.
Good.
Excellent.
Like the slip inside it was designed for. All right. You don't hear any more from the town guards or this particular adventurer. Whether he is scared to death of the half-orc barbarian or... Let the town guards resolve the thing with having been paid some gold and picking that up.
Anyone that stares at us slightly too long, I'm just gonna.
Luckily, there are plenty of travelers through this town, whether they are merchants or otherwise. So you're pretty good. They're not they do kind of looked at the half orc just because they are honestly gargantuan as far as a individual is concerned.
Hi.
So you're doing the good work, and you obviously a party of fighters. So you head off into the trail. Now, as you kind of begin your journey, you kind of look back at the town behind you and think to yourself, really got to work on our people skills potentially. Who's to say for certain what kind of people skills you need? But you begin your journey up into the mountains. Or into the kind of wilderness.
I'm going to look at my band members and say, I think we handled that quite well.
I think we're getting good at that.
I'm not the talker of the group. I shouldn't have done that.
I cannot figure out how this thing works.
Shaking the watch.
I do think it is shake activated. So keep trying that.
Honestly, I was just looking at my sword, but it seemed to work out. So take what we get.
Yep. Free water watch. How good.
Yeah.
We should try getting gigs like that. That should be our main method.
Just
intimidate them into giving us...
honestly, it's working pretty well so far.
I thought we were relying on your mediocre looks.
You shouldn't talk to Maze like that, Cricket, all right? They could take that wrong, all right? I think you're great, Maze.
I will take that so harshly. Oh, no.
Looks in a mirror and, like, adjusts.
Cricket just looks like...
There is nothing Cricket could ever say that could upset me.
Why do I think that there are more mirrors in this party than there are weapons? It's like an even comparison for both. Right?
Yes, I'm looking for trouble.
You can look in here if you want.
I don't want to see musicians start talking and not paying attention to the trail. I'm looking down the trail, just trying to
Speaking of musicians, as we traverse through the mountains, I'm going to pull out my hand drum and just a war drum.
All right, I like that. We can get a good marching pace.
Good little marching pace. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, syncopated beat is odd for a marching, but I dig it.
So
I'm trying to step with your syncopated beats. Not the way they did it in the military.
Feel right.
We're shuffle stepping up this mountain.
Yeah. Every day I'm shuffling. It takes you about an afternoon to actually eventually get to kind of where the trail truly starts. And as you kind of arrive there, you feel a slight shift in the air as you do so. It's probably about mid-afternoon at this point, like probably mid to late afternoon. And the trail descends before you. This aged roadside is awash with broken carts, half-frayed, half-standing farmhouses, bones and rusted weapons from mercenaries and other travelers. The earth has shifted from geological fissures, and the entire area holds a foul smell about it that seems to descend ever so slightly in towards your direction. There are clouds up ahead that give rise to an ill omen, and you kind of have a look, probably on a precipice that kind of leads down to a slight dividend that kind of leads down further into the trail, but it's not a great looking sight as you kind of stand up the top there. So you do continue down in through this trail. There's bones and stuff like that you do cross by, and eventually
human bones or
human bones you would suspect. There's some older settlements and what looks like people would have obviously living little farmhouses or potentially an inn of some sort that's obviously fallen over, burned down, or something like that, and been ransacked by who knows what, honestly.
I like to check in to see if there's any survivors, anyone injured that's out of sight.
Yep, roll me a persuasion. Perception check. Sorry.
Perception.
Yeah, just persuade.
Persuasion.
Tell me what you know.
That's an 18.
Wonderful. All right, so what you generally pick up, and I'll get you to then do an investigation check to kind of understand what information you've kind of picked up. So you do a pretty thorough sweep of these areas, these older looking locations, but you kind of pick up the information. What'd you get?
Yeah, my investigation is 4, so I obviously come to completely the wrong conclusion.
Something definitely happened here.
Yeah. So generally speaking, what you understand is that it was probably destroyed by something. Exactly what that something might be does kind of elude you a little bit. Potentially bandits. It looks like there is some fire and stuff like that has happened in the past, or it could just be the wear and tear of a long period of time. It looks like it would have been abandoned long ago, but this is a troubling area, and you kind of end up seeing a pretty decent amount of evidence of old conflicts or battles or fights and stuff like that have now left corpses just kind of here. People haven't really traveled up here a great deal, it seems, either, and those who do, probably much like you, are going to just travel on past Icky because they want to try and just get out of here as soon as possible, even if they do manage to travel. Yeah, exactly. And it's as you kind of look up ahead, actually, that you see what seems to be the rushing of a river. You can kind of hear there's water and a kind of what appears to be a pretty sturdy looking stone bridge. So I'll give you actually our first reveal of the evening. If you guys pull up the Guardian's card, you can kind of see up in the distance with your pretty decent perception. It kind of distracts you obviously from your investigation of what you're looking at. But there is a what appears to be a troll sitting on a very hardy stone bridge, as well as that kind of and the kind of like the cloud
Ooh.
cover is still like
Ooh.
present just up above.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't seem that the actual troll itself has noticed you all yet, but obviously, Og, you kind of like pointed out for the rest of the group, and they're kind of like, as you approach closer.
Does he see us yet? It hasn't seen us yet.
No, haven't seen you yet. He's like,
Ooh. So I'll stop for a second. Anybody want to
he's
sneak ahead?
chilling on his bridge. Like,
Did you say sneak?
Yes, maybe somebody should sneak ahead.
sneaking.
What's
Well, I'm clearly the sneakiest of all of us. Yes, that's.
Do we need to do that? Like, he might be chill. We don't
I
know
must say, the
that.
last troll that I met
Trolls.
was not chill. In fact,
Yeah.
I can't say trolls are being known for chill.
well, this one's name was Chad. And Chad, he was
Oh,
a mighty nasty guy.
Yeah.
Addis man.
He was from a band of trolls.
Yeah.
They were called Nickelback.
I hear they're quite
really
good,
sounds like a Chad.
I think I saw it one time. They had one or two good songs. They were, there's
They
no need to.
played. They
I
played.
feel like I definitely
Yeah,
bounced
we-
it for them once.
Really
I don't remember them
overplayed though.
singing. I
Like
just
those-
remember them making noises with their mouths that were really unpleasant.
Interesting. Bad bards, apparently. I mean, the troll band. What are you gonna do? You need to just focus on heavy metal, and that's all.
Have you heard Goose though?
Yes, you'd be lucky
That's cool.
to, is what you were going to say. Yes.
Of course.
Oh, we might be able to figure out if it's trouble by sneaking ahead, see if it's got any prisoners under there, if there's dead bodies, if it's eating something. Ugh, trolls.
Trolls. You know how they are.
What do trolls even eat?
Well, I speak
Troll.
Giant, actually. That's the only other language I know.
There you go.
But I'm not a very good talker. I know talk good.
No, I'm good. So who would like to go sneak up on him? Do you want to just roll up as a party and be like, "What's up, troll guy?
Are you Chad?
Are you the one they call Chad?
Chad, yeah. Are you chill?
No, I'm your son of Chad."
What do you reckon? Just rock up?
Yeah, Jin's just going to stroll off. You're all just sitting there chattering.
He's already gone.
Yeah, just going to casually go up.
Okay. All right. We're doing this. All righty.
Yeah.
Right, sure.
Okay, this I guess is happening.
If we
as-
all walk up, we should walk slowly, moodily.
Look
Yeah.
cool. Everyone look cool.
like you're walking away from an explosion, like
Yeah.
we've got
Using
try
like
to kill it.
cantrips to make like fog around
This
us.
could be good exposure for us in the band.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
this could be
I'm
a-
sure-
He could have connections.
Yeah, I'm sure so many people come through here. It's like if we could put up maybe some posters on this bridge,
Niche interests.
it'd do well for us.
Cricket is going to just go and cast prestidigitation.
Mhm. What is the effect
all-
give?
Just make us all look really fucking sparkly and cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get the yeah.
Oh, wow.
Realizing that I have to recast it every few moments or so, I'm just going to be like,
This gets me.
That's it.
Kind of brushing. Oh,
Gorgeous.
It's like a little low. There's like a little lo-fi hip hop beat, like just behind you as well. Like, yeah. You walk up to the actual like start of the bridge, and it's as this point as well that the kind of troll seems to regard you as it begins. Vain. Like little tiny bits of
Guys, we look so
participation
cool
starts, like,
right
falling
now.
down. And yeah, it absolutely works with your kind of overall things like you guys all the explosions. And the troll kind of gives you this snarling, like full-bodied, like turn look, like, and what can I do for you?
what can you do for us?
Yes, you've come into my beautiful territory and my absolutely fantastic bridge, which I'm sure
Well.
you're going to need if you're wishing to proceed up these mountain tops.
I don't know, man. We could just go around.
Like how deep is the river really?
You look at the river kind of beside you, and it looks pretty deep as far as like the kind of like water is actually rushing kind of through this this like river. Not easily seeable, but like it's definitely rushing pretty hard. And though it's not particularly wide, the actual sides of the like banks seem incredibly slippery as the rain starts kind of falling down as well. And he kind of like gives you looks like, well, you're more than welcome to try not getting on my bridge, but if you wish to pass, Well, we can talk about payment for that. I'm a very magnanimous troll, you see.
Do you have a license to do this? Is there some sort of paperwork that we can see? I like regulations.
Well, I've got something more here. Actually, hold on. Let me get it for you. Oh, look.
I should have seen that coming.
You walked right into that
actually,
one.
if you need a coffee, I've got one here.
Fell for it twice.
He's really blowing you up.
Pretty good get. That's good.
We could use a guy like you, actually.
Yeah, do you want to maybe join up? Do you feel fulfilled in your position?
We could use a social media coordinator.
Join up with what?
Oh, the band.
Exactly.
The band.
The band. Yeah. So
Allow us to meet with you and see what you're missing out on.
All right, I'll listen to a bit of a cheeky tune. All right.
I can't just start. Ricky, you always do this. You're just like, start singing. It's an instrument like any other. It needs warming up, all
Maze
right?
breaks out a triangle. She's ready to go.
I got my
hit the drums.
I got my flute out, ready to go.
All right, do magic flute. If you would like to do me a performance check, we can do like a team-based performance check. Basically, you'll choose like a leader to do the performance check, and if they like get enough of a success, then everyone else will roll with advantage for their performance check, and they all kind of pull together.
Okay,
I feel like the human is the most charming of us all.
Yeah, it's definitely not me.
I have a +1.
Now, look, give it to Maze.
Wow,
look,
even I
Maze just made.
No, I've got a -1. Do not give it to me.
Are you bards?
Yeah, but doing performance.
Hey, Jen, are you better than me or am I better than you?
Oh.
I'm pretty good normally.
A natural one.
We're
all gonna die.
All right, so you're playing like the I can't believe it's not bagpipes, and it sounds like you're ripping apart a cat. And it's like,
it's punk. This is punk.
It's performative.
It's a troll though.
Who knows? Maybe the troll loves
the troll might dig it.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
the troll ain't buying them.
That's crazy.
It's experimental. You probably don't get a lot of high art here.
I would put that back in the lab, I would say, if I were you.
Well,
but
well, this is why we need someone.
Easy.
This is why we need someone like you, man. Come on, help us out.
This is a business opportunity.
I'm gonna hard pass on that one. I I don't think it's in my repertoire to be a performer. But what I am very good at, obviously, is collecting tolls on a bridge. I mean, if you ever heard of troll tolls, it's very good line of work, my father.
You know, I feel like your business isn't reaching necessarily the critical mass it needs to. You're saying like troll toll, everyone knows about a troll toll? No one knows about a troll toll. It's the year that it is. What I'm putting forward is that we can pay you in something better than gold. Exposure.
Exposure, you say?
Yeah, we go town to town. We meet everyone.
Hold up, let me check
us.
something. He goes he like jumps off the bridge for a quick moment and then like starts rummaging through something. And
run!
Crossing the bridge.
We all sprint.
And like it's as you kind of like start to do that, he's like puts a hand on the bridge and looks at all you like.
We stop.
I'm dead.
I want it so badly.
Thank you for your service. We're going through. This is not a license.
All right, that's
we don't have time for this.
You can definitely do that. Roll me your initiative check, and basically, you start running across the bridge.
Or else I'm going to chop his fingers off.
I'm gonna step a position in the middle to try to get people behind me. So I'm gonna stay close to him. But I'll go for
it. Maze is getting ready to chop some fingies off that bridge.
Let's do it, team. I'm so ready. All right. Okay. So wait, roll me your initiative rolls.
Oh, no.
Well, 6.
That would be a 2.
All right. Ooh, wonderful.
Curse you, D&D Beyond.
16, boys. All right, that's gonna be
15. Just below.
All right, so I'll go from the top of the same. Org.
Nice. I'm as close to him as I stopped at his hands.
That's what was your initiative? Let's go put the number down.
6.
6. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Goose.
16.
16. All right. Jin
50.
So,
yeah, no, you
15?
nailed it. Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
Gin
15.
filler, yeah.
Gin filler. Cricket?
6.
6. Wow. And Maze.
2.
2. Oh, incredible. All right. So
The van's leaving me behind.
you all start running across this bridge.
Picking up
The troll, like,
cricket under my arm.
turns around, like places his hand on the actual bridge.
You're slower than me.
Don't do that. And it will be Goose's go first.
Goose is like, oh, I hate doing this. And then he's like, you see him open his mouth and reach back to one of his molars that has like a rune carved on it. And he goes,
Oh no!
And pulls it out. And as he does, he goes, and like a creature falls out that looks like an owl. But if you look closely,
no!
it definitely has exactly the right amount of eyes, and you're definitely sure of that.
I can't watch.
Stuffing animals in there.
It's fine. Don't look while I do this. I tell you, don't look at me.
Look at me.
I'm never going to get used to that. That's so weird, man.
Nasty.
Are we putting the
Never
cat
get
in
used
there?
to it.
You're nasty. All right, and what do you do with this owl? This ill-begotten owl.
It's gonna give advantage to the next attack roll, but or ability check, and I'm gonna continue running.
Okay,
across the bridge.
Yeah, very good. You get across the bridge before he gets like really actually he doesn't get to act. He basically you dodge out of the way as he is not quite ready for you to jump across, and you get across the bridge fine.
Yeah, and the owl creature, the owl is going to kind of circle his head and try and distract him from the next person who
easy. And he's like. It is then going to be Jinthilla's go.
Excellent. Jin's just going to cast Frostbite, hoping to, I don't know, maybe it'll slip, fall into the river. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Seems to be short
banana peel.
Oh no! Classic bard mentality. Banana peeling.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. All right. Luckily, he's pretty good at those, considering he's a troll, and he wasn't good at those. Shame. But he gets a total of 21.
Oh. He's fine.
He's fine. He lives.
He's absolutely fine.
6 foot tall.
He's probably a bit warm, even, I guess. That's, yeah.
Well, it is raining, so it's probably damp.
Yeah, that's
rough.
It's muggy.
Muggy.
Jin had.
Like that. All right, then it is going to be Orog's go.
All right, this is number 6. All right, cool. So I'm going to try to stick him in place. So my goal is to stick to him and get everybody to run around behind me. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to sheathe the sword, and then I'm going to punch him, and then use my superiority die to grapple him on the spot.
Sounds good. All right, give him a grapple.
All right. So the grapple, is this the first attack after that distracting tooth creature? Do I get advantage on this, or is that already
You do get that'd be
advantage, yeah.
Yep, you get advantage.
All right. So I'm doing 2 athletics rolls. That's either 16 or 6. I'll take the 16. So 16 on grappling him.
All right, let's see what he gets as well. He does not manage to overcome your grapple, so you're grappling him.
Yeah. So I've got my shield up, and I'm grabbing him, so he can't move. Hopefully.
Yep. They've kind of you probably proned him and you're grabbing hold of his neck because he's kind of down a bit lower than you are. So you're kind of jostling him, put the shield on his hands, and he's kind of trapped a bit. He's
give him the armbar.
Give him the armbar.
You can get past. You can get past.
I'll shield armbar. Yeah, there you go.
Give him the chair.
All right, is then Cricket's go.
I'm going to run immediately across the bridge. And as I get there, I'm going to look over at Goose and say, that may be the biggest thing I've seen you pull from your mouth.
Well, you'll be surprised.
I must say, I'm kind of attracted to you right now.
That's weird. You need to talk to someone about that. I mean, obviously, because of all this, but that thing,
the bird thing?
That was not anything.
What was
I
your
am talking to someone.
like?
I am talking to you.
Quick, pull another bird out.
I don't.
Look her right in the eye and pull another bird out.
Stare. I'm just going to stare. And
So you're on the other side of
mouth.
You're like, nah, this, I'm good. I'm going to sing. I'm really
I feel like my eyes are up
what's
here,
happening
okay?
here.
Eyes up.
Yeah, just look at the mouth
It's a feather.
I didn't know this was going to be a horror game, so sorry I wasn't prepared.
You
for
got
that.
us together and thought this is going to go smoothly.
I thought it would just be a regular game of D&D with some wonderful people, but no, it's Eldritch Horror, teeth pulling. Oh my lord!
Silly Billy.
Anyway,
It's Cthulhu set.
Cthulhu. Look, Call of Cthulhu. It's a great time. We've got a bunch. Check them out.
After I've done this creepy stare, I'm gonna continue to look directly at his mouth and just go back to war drumming.
I'm sort of nodding.
No movement, just making it weird for everyone. Here. The kind of troll looks
you hear it. Yeah, you hear that.
Next practice is going to be real weird.
I can leave if you guys need to take a moment.
My punch did 4 damage to him, by the way.
Yes, of course.
4 bludgeoning damage.
So the troll will then get its turn to act. So it's going to try and obviously attack you. It's going to give you a big old bite.
Bring it, bro.
You do notice that it is obviously down in the mud, and it is what seems to be a pile of treasure that it's kind of touching on. So it tries to bite hold of you as it kind of obviously gets cross at you for interrupting its big star claim to fame. I didn't have my dice rolling box. You hate to see it. Does a 7 hit you?
It does not.
Darn. Well, with its only other free claw, it'll try and pour at you as it tries to get out of the grapple.
Yes.
Does a 16 hit you?
No, it does not. The shield knocks it out of the way.
Get out of here.
Not.
Can you use your shield as you're grappling someone? You are using.
I sheathed the sword, so I punched him, and I had my free sword hand that's grabbing him. Yeah.
Well, that unfortunately is the only thing it can do during its turn. So it is then the maze. What would you like to do on your turn?
Look, honestly, after seeing that, I get why you don't want to join us, but you really should consider and just gonna whack-a-mole him where he stands with my great axe. Just bam,
pigeon squishing
on the cranium.
Would you like to rage?
I'm gonna save my rage. Actually, I'm gonna save it. He doesn't deserve my rage.
Oh, scorned. Oh, my heart.
Hey, Mace, love that for you, Mace. You're doing great. He doesn't deserve it.
I love what you did with the bird. It's
Not
really
right.
creative.
I very much
I'm still caught up with the thing. Do you want?
There's a lot going on right now.
Yep. You're attacking recklessly as well. You're
I will attack recklessly. Yes.
Very tight. Roll me advantage on your attack roll then.
Let me.
Oh, you'd get it actually anyway, actually, because he's grappled.
That's true. Well, I'm going to take that natural 20.
Yeah.
As opposed to natural 1.
Oh, you always love to see that. It always happens with the natural 20 and natural 1.
That's 25 to hit.
Definitely hits. All right, roll double damage for this attack.
Excellent.
So you a half orc? No, you're not a.
I'm a half orc. Yes.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm a big old 6'2" half orc.
So you get what? That's 3d12 then?
I think it's 3d12.
3d12. Okay. That's 25 plus math. 25 plus 8. 33.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's 33 points of damage.
Take that.
You really should have accepted, but we can't have loose
joined your
hands.
band.
He was accepting. He was like, I'm going to do this cool thing with you guys.
Just before I whack him in the head.
Let me just get my turn. All right, so that was 32, you say?
33.
33, yeah. I was hoping there was one less.
Look,
He is bloodied, obviously, from that attack. Yeah, he looks like he's having a rough time being a troll. Is then the top of the round. It goes back to Goose. Your turn. What would you like to do with your bird now?
Bird's doing its thing. Bird is going to come around and sit on my shoulder and just bore its eyes directly into the troll. And from its mouth, it goes, and then from within its mouth is like a thorny vine tentacle that comes out and attacks the creature.
I thought you were going to say another owl.
When you said
a smaller
like a
owl
doll.
comes out.
An owl comes out of the
it's
owl.
like a babushka doll of owls. Yeah.
Parliament is in session.
When you said its eyes bore into this thing, I really thought that they had dagger eyes somehow, and I was like, oh no.
That is 21 to hit.
21 does indeed hit this troll. You do get an advantage for this because he's currently being grappled by the org.
Cool. And a d6. Ooh, 6 points of damage, piercing damage.
Piercing damage. All right.
And the creature
damage?
Is it large or smaller?
It is of large size because it's a big old troll.
It gets dragged 10 feet towards the open maw of the owl creature.
So does it get lifted? Would you say it gets lifted onto the bridge, or would you like to lift it closer to the water? I guess like a rushing water that it might trip if it gets like pushed down a bit.
Yeah. I guess it gets pushed towards the water.
So I let go of my grapple to do that as it goes away.
You let him go. All right, he's going to do a quick reflex save to not be taken away by the waters. He gets a natural 1. So he gets pulled into the water. He like falls down and like tries to like grab hold, and then is rushed away by the currents as he like gets back and forth on these rocks. Like, you know, it's raining, like the river's starting to swell up a little bit as well as he kind of like gets bashed, and eventually you see him disappear into the distance, and you're like,
it was probably for the best. He was going to pull out another owl.
I'm sure he's probably in a better place now, away from the owls.
Let's take a look at those ill-gotten gains that he's collected.
Ill-gotten gains. All right, hold on. Let me just get you the
chest.
for that one.
I'll keep watch. Y'all can do the looting. I'll keep watch.
Is the lust for war drumming still going on?
It hasn't stopped this entire time.
It has never stopped. It's like full eye contact war drumming. Like
as Goose finishes off the troll, I'm going to reach out to touch him, but being the halfling, I feel like I reach his kneecap.
His kneecap, yeah. Huh?
Oh my!
Still only looking at his mouth, I'm going to say that was impressive.
Cricketer, Cricketer, I need you to just keep it professional, all right? Eyes up. I can tell you're trying to look at my molars. I just gotta tell you, eyes up.
Can I just pick Cricket up by the underarms and like bring her to eye level so you can talk to him properly? Look, these things should really be done face to face. So,
as I take one side, we'll each take a side.
Yeah, like a little trophy.
Yeah.
As Maze picks me up, I'm just gonna go.
Don't do this.
Does your fingers smell
Please
like
cop
that?
up. Please cop out a feather.
Yeah, you do this, like, and then you
What's
just
that?
and you've got a feather in your hand. You're like, what?
I'll treasure it always.
I like look at the feather and I just put it behind my ear.
I thought you say you're gonna eat it.
Yes, like she's gonna put it in her mouth.
Oh no!
Delicious.
Congratulations!
You shouldn't do that.
Never in any of the streams I've ever hosted have I been as palpably disturbed by a situation. But thank you.
We've done it, lads. We've done it.
Yeah.
You've outdone yourself, Emily. Incredible.
Well done.
I did say before the session started.
Why does this happen to me?
Yeah, sorry.
You invited me. Like
I know. Look, honestly,
This is on you.
Wouldn't have
I
it
didn't
any other
ask
way.
to be. You guys were like, "Hey man, like you want to come on the stream and call some shit?" And I was like, "Here we are. Let's go."
Yeah, okay.
The truckers spell. Yeah. Look, I don't have words. Let's move on.
You broke the DM.
I broke the DM.
Good.
So you start exploring like where he approximately was. Now, as you can see, kind of on the card as well, there's like some like little stuff there, and you get in the cargo card as well, like a series of objects. Like there's about 600 gold pieces worth of gems and coins, and what is quite a hefty sum of money. There are also some like objects. There's like some braces, a pair of boots, and this very beautiful looking amulet along with the gems and stuff.
Looking at cargo. Oh yeah.
We get some cargo. We get some bridge. Cool stuff is there. It's like, and it's interesting because there's only really gems in these items. So And they look quite well made as well. Like they've got this like really beautiful like embroidery, and like they've obviously been very well crafted over a long period of time. You don't quite recognize some of the leather on the braces or the boots per se, but look quite good nonetheless. Would anyone like to do and identify these items? Because they do look kind of magical, maybe.
I don't have identify, but I have detect magic. Would that do
detect magic and arcana would definitely work for that. So you can do like identify is just like I want to know what this is. Like, yeah. But if you want to just do like a detect magic, you're like these items are indeed magical. And if you want to do a arcana check, you can do like depending on which one you want to look at first. Potentially other people might want to detect magic and look at these cool objects and try and figure them out.
You can totally cast identify.
Yeah, Maze with her 0 on Arcana is going to pretend to look at it and be like, "Oh yes, I know exactly what this is," and just attempt to figure this out.
I don't like Arcana. I'm not going to touch this. Magical. Stay away.
Don't worry, I've got you. I've got you.
So, Jin, what item would you like to look at? The boots, the braces, or the actual helmet?
Because they look cool, it'll be the braces.
All right, the braces.
My bird lands on your shoulders and aids in your.
Well, he can't identify. He's just like, cast that perfect.
Jim looks so offended.
You've been in his mouth. You can just
like look. I'm going to say right now that
it whispers the time and day.
At you, like
turns his head 360.
Don't look at it in its eye. It doesn't like that, and you won't like that. Just sorry, I can barely control that thing. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you have a look at that. So I'm giving you the reveal, Jin. What would you like to do, Goose, as well?
I can do detect magic and ensure that nothing like we get all the magical items stuff together. But
which item would you like to look at? Because you'll just get a different reveal than Jin would.
The boots then.
The boots are for you then. All right, let me give it to Goose. There we go. And Cricket, did you want to look at one of the items, or do you want to let these guys handle it?
I am going to continue to look at Goose.
Yep.
And I'm just going to then look at the owl and then back at Goose and go, once you're done with it, where does it go?
What?
Tell me what I need to know.
Maze is very close to the face.
Do me an arcana roll on this item.
Like anything to tune out this conversation. Arcana.
If you don't have arcana, it'd probably just be intelligence.
Oh, actually, that's a 15.
That's a 15.
That's not terrible.
Do have a look at the notes as well, because I am sending you little notes as well that tell you what this item basically does. Because just casting identify, and I think you succeed on your roll as well, Goose. You kind of like figure out the item. And Maze, you suspect what this item is and get a pretty good idea with your 15, and you also get a little note as well. So it should be a little like exclamation point as well that you'll be able to see.
Oh,
yeah,
in the AR.
That's cool.
Spectators can see things as well. That shows spectator stuff. That's what it's there for. There's 3 for the spectators, so you can see a few of them. But you find these little items, and they are quite magical, quite relatively powerful, and you can distribute them as much as you like. You have a quick read through them as well. Unfortunately, not for the others, not for Org, because Org doesn't want to know what they do.
Yeah, don't want to know.
These guys tell you what they are. But only they will know.
Oh yeah, Jin's happy to share.
Yeah.
And what I was like, is anyone good with a bow? These things.
I can fire a bow.
Have you got one? Though I'm getting the sense these will be handy for that.
I don't have a bow, no. I've just got hand axes.
Cool, then I'm keeping them because these look rad as.
Ooh, magical arrows. No, not magical arrows.
Yeah. You suspect they are made of griffin leather, particularly. Jin? You suspect at least. You're like, it's hard to tell what exactly leather is, but like, and Goose, what did you discover about your particular item?
I have boots of the hinterlands.
The hinterlands.
Loading up. It's showing me the book.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you will see the book. So it won't actually be the item per se. It'll just be the actual book. It just kind of describes what the item is. The book is the magical thing.
It's like a little on the bottom where the scroll is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a little exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point.
It took me a second to realize that too.
That's right.
I'm stuck in the. Do you want to just describe? Yeah. Do you want to just describe? Yeah, I lost the source.
Lost the source.
What was the Boots the Hinterlands?
Yeah, Boots of the Winterlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give that to everyone. Give the base of archery to everyone as well. So you can all see this as well. You've got all the reveals and stuff like that. Always good to have everything. And Mace, what did you find out?
I had it a second ago. Hang on. I got this necklace, and the general vibe is don't die, which is, I love that personally.
Good vibe.
Yeah, I thought so. I'll just read out what's on here. While wearing this pendant, you stabilize whenever you're brought to 0 health. In addition, whenever you roll a hit die to regain hit points, double the number it restores.
Ooh, handy.
I heard don't die, so I love that.
Yeah. And you get a pretty decent swathe of treasure as well. So turns out the trail of troubles, not that troublesome.
Yeah.
Who knew? Wow.
This was easy.
Gold, candy. Wow.
Is there any sign of a license that this troll had?
Yes, actually, you do.
Any
find,
paperwork?
At the top of the chest is like a little scratched out thing of my chest. My bridge.
Official. That's
and it
not
does
official.
look. It is signed by him. So I mean.
Nice. Any sign of? Is there anything where this should go to their rightful owners? I'm very law and order type. Any of the stuff marked as we should? I should return some of it to the right people.
Hearing this, Maze is going to put it in the pocket.
and Jin's like, "Not leather, dude. Come on."
I didn't exactly see everything you took, but I'm just looking through the treasure.
That's cute.
Definitely suspect that whoever these items belong to was probably on the trail back there as a corpse. Skeletons. And
all right, we'll put it to good use.
You put it to good use. Yeah, you're adventurous. You gotta get some stuff out of that eventually. Right. You dangerous scenarios, trolls, bridges, all kind of mood. In any case, that is about all you kind of see around here, and you continue on your journey. You begin kind of trailing through kind of more denser underbrush. We are in kind of generally foothills. There's not per se mountains. The mountains probably in the far distance to the north, but you're generally traveling through wilderness at this point. There's rolling foothills and kind of pathways and stuff like that. And you eventually get to what is more of a kind of shrouded area, and it starts to get kind of later on in the evening. And sun's about to set, and you kind of think it's about time to probably look at potentially getting a place to safely eat. So we're going to probably bed down, find a good place to camp. If anyone would like to do me in a survival test,
survival,
kind of, set up your campsite and stuff like that, get the wood, get the food on the barbie and all that kind of stuff, and go from there.
That.
Absolutely.
Right. I rolled a 3.
I can help out.
That is 20.
A 20.
Yeah.
All right. You find an actual pretty good, what looks like probably an old, 3, baby. Dugout area with a little kind of overhanging archway thing, and a pretty good place to kind of camp out, which is still in the open air, enough to have a campfire and stuff like that, and relatively sheltered from most of the rain that kind of is obviously bucketing down pretty much around you. The trail is not particularly kind as far as the uneven ground, the difficulty in finding obviously shade or cover and stuff like that, because the trees though are around it is difficult to find a good spot of cover, but you succeed pretty relatively well, and you all kind of bed down for the evening.
Before we go to sleep, I just I go to Orog and I'm like, Gorog, go.
That's fine. Orog, but that's fine.
It's pretty sure that's what I said. These boots I found, they're not designer, and honestly, they'd look hideous on me. But they could look all kind of rustic, don't care about your physical appearance kind of whole.
I could use some new boots, but I sort of reach out just the tips of my fingers and sort of see, do I kind of do a religion to see I hope there's some religious symbology on this. I don't know where the magic comes from. It doesn't seem arcane or religious in nature, but I'm not good at either one. I'm going to try religion, hoping with a 6, and I can't recognize this. Are these magical? Does anybody know what they do?
I pulled them off a corpse of a priest, so you should be all good.
I thought you found these on the troll. Oh no! I thought the troll had these. They came from a priest.
on the in the troll stash there was a corpse of a priest, and I ripped him straight off. So you should be all good, buddy.
All right, sure, yeah, I'll believe you. I'm pretty I'm naive that way.
The holiest shoes you can get.
That's great. Yeah, they belong to a priest. It's got to be good. Okay,
that's pure priest shoe.
Yeah, fresh from a holy man's corpse.
Thanks, Goose. That's really good. I'm glad you've reassured me so much. I'm going to try putting them on.
The holy boots of winter chilliness.
I love that's the direction that Augur goes with. Oh, no, perfect. Excellent.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly acceptable. Absolutely.
Sure.
Now, it's kind of as you're gathering, like, obviously, like, supplies and stuff like that, like wood and, like, firewood and stuff like that, that you do notice that there are some more corpses around this area. These corpses, however, seem a little bit different. They're a bit more fresh, obviously having, like, been eaten by, various carrion birds and such like that. But there are, like, robes that you kind of... that almost seem reminiscent of what you would imagine to be cultist robes. Like there's like these kind of like nice kind of like robes. There's like probably a dagger of some sort as well, like a sacrificial one. And they all kind of seem to be like, desiccated in the woods. Like they've been acid burned or something like that. You do take a quick moment to notice this and think to yourself, yeah, these
Yeah, hold
probably
up on
the right track, yeah.
I hold up on the dive. I'm like, yeah, see, twisty blade. Always bad business.
Always bad. The twisty blade. Straight blade, good. Twisty blade.
Twisty blade, no good.
Wobbly blade.
As I'm putting my twisted blade dagger in my bag.
If you got a wobbly blade.
It's different when you have it. It's fine.
Yeah, right? It's cool when I have it. It's like a cool, edgy thing. But these guys, bad business.
They try to spread butter on a roll with those wavy daggers.
You'll get it all over the shop.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if you'd like to as well, you can do a kind of perception or survival check to kind of check where these guys might have come from, because you would imagine that they're probably in the direction that you probably want to go in the next month.
I'll try survival.
I'm going to do a perception if I can.
You can.
Yeah, I'll do one as well.
It's possible.
I do a survival on like
we are so perceptive.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Never mind, I am not as perceptive as I thought. That's a 6.
Yeah, survival 10, not good for me.
They're definitely dead.
Definitely.
So the whole time, Cricket has been looking between the mouth of Goose and also the corpses that surround us. Just trying to recognize the similarities.
Are there any birds in the sky, like in the trees, by any chance?
Not really. You've not heard too much wildlife on the way up here.
The good news is that Cricket's perception check was an 18.
An 18, very nice.
My survival was a 14 as well.
Right, so you do kind of see...
You make a good team.
Kind of two rolls that, like, you're the one... Cricket, you kind of find the path, and Goose, you kind of find where, like, the tracks actually are. Like, they're kind of, like, get an idea of, like, where the bodies are, probably in that direction, and then Goose actually probably picks up the trail and is like, that's where we need to go. It seems like not a too well-worn track, but obviously they kind of go up and down the mountain for ominous reasons. As far as, however, what killed them, it seems like they were bitten a lot by... kind of hard to judge exactly, but it seems like large mandibles of some sort, like maybe from like an insect or some kind of like animal, but it's very hard to pick up, obviously not having like too much of what the creature might be, but like there's like mandibles and like gnashy kind of like there's acid burns, the flesh has been like rotted off and then sucked up or something like that.
That remind me of swamp bugs.
Yeah, it's gruesome at the very least. And kind of as you bed down for the night, you dream of owls coming out of mouths and trolls being swept down the riverbanks.
Before Maze goes to bed, she's gonna. To settle down, she's just going to start knitting herself an owl. Just
an owl.
For later jokes.
After you knit, because you're basing it off the owl that's like sitting above me, you keep accidentally like sewing more eyes, and you're like, no, it has
pulls it away and is like, that wasn't what I was going for. But you know what it'll do.
Yep. Can
I try a nature check to see if I can see where those bugs came from? Make sure we don't get attacked tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Olgo's actually out here doing his job, and I'm like, I'm going to start knitting.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm used to this party. It's like, that's fine. I just like being busy. 12 with nature.
I got 6 in my perception. I'm not seeing anything.
It does, like, you do see some evidence that they might, like, the bugs might have been here, but they've obviously traveled on and migrated in some direction. Potentially in the direction that you're maybe heading, but it is very difficult to understand, like, the way bugs tend to, like, travel. It's where the food is, ultimately. So, it's good idea. It might be that way, but hard to say.
All right.
I would like to wait until my band members, aka Goose and Jin, are asleep before I try something.
Okay.
No.
Just real quick, Maze, would you like to do me a roll for your owl construction?
Absolutely. What would you like for that?
Intelligence-based,
Weaver's
probably
tools?
for Weaver's tools. If you have Weaver's tools at all,
Ooh.
any tool efficiencies that you like to use.
All right.
Anything might apply? Actually, I can check what you
I have a smithing hammer.
This is a heavy-duty owl.
You do not have any tools, but you can just roll your straight intelligence.
Cool. I can do that. Oh, good. What am I low with?
It's fine. What did you get? Please finish
Natural one. It's all eyes.
All right.
I've made a ball of eyes.
You honestly have to explain to people that this is an owl. You're like, oh, it's an owl. Like, did you see it's an owl? Like, oh yeah, Maze, of course.
I'm just gonna start, instead of that, to my companions, be like, hey, who am I? And I'm gonna shove it in my mouth and just spit it out again, so they all know what it is. I'm Goose.
That's what we do to start our shows. You just like walk into the front and go, Wah!
It will take you for the internet to
get ready to rock.
Oh yeah.
You bed down and Ricky, what are you doing?
So once my 2 band members are asleep, I'm going to take the feather from behind my ear, and I'm going to sneak up to Jin, who sleeps hopefully peacefully, and I'm going to place it directly just in his mouth.
What?
Just the smallest piece.
Can you do the snoring thing where like, every time you breathe out, it flutters up?
I need you to roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you asking the halfling rogue to roll a sleight of hand?
I'm asking the halfling rogue to roll a sleight of hand.
He's gonna eat it.
It's a 19.
Fabulous.
Well,
19 doesn't wake him up. Although, Jin, do me a perception roll to see if you like notice that the feather's been placed in your mouth.
Yeah, it's 15.
No.
Sleeps like the dead. It's
like
fine.
the dead.
Mm.
I am going to, after I place this feather so gingerly in his mouth, whisper softly into his ear, "Sleep, sweet dragon prince." I can see you laughing and throwing me up. One day you shall fly.
Are you guys the bad guys? It's okay. You can tell me. I'm the GM. Are you the bad guy?
Well, it's only the two of us asleep. Surely someone else is awake who can later tell Jin just how weird a unit.
Maze is like
it really
hugging this terrible construction I made, just rolling over. And
I'm
none of
going
my
to
business.
then sneak on up to where Maze is and
Excuse me.
Exquisimadil.
Exquisimadil.
Is Maze cuddling the owl?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes.
I'm going to sneak within the cuddle.
All right. Do
That's
me a
Phenomenally bad.
sleight of body. That's a
do
sleight of
me-
entire body.
Do me a stealth check.
Fabulous.
No matter what happens, Maze is just going for it. It's just,
Yep.
It just might get a bit tight.
So, maths, 12.
12. Maze does not awaken. They're like, you think you're like inside out, and like Maze like,
It's
like
so cute.
does kind of like crush you every so often, like with like what is a pretty impressive strength, and like
Again, welcome to the gun show.
It's such a comforting
Right.
crush, though.
oh my
Power
back, it
spooning.
feels so good now. Oh. Yep.
Freelance chiropractor service.
And
It's
you'll
great.
just be sleeping like that for the rest of the evening.
I'll be sleeping until the sun rises.
And you're gonna try and wake up before Maze and sneak on out.
No, I'm just going to try and wake up before everyone.
I'm just gonna. If I do wake up before, I'm just gonna give a little smooch, smooch on the head, little smooch on the forehead. That's nice.
I have 2 friends now: my owl friend and my little halfling friend.
You have dreams. Everyone has dreams filled with owl eyes.
Yep, lots of them.
Lots of them.
Oh, lots of them, and fire.
I was so ready to make this beautiful like owl creation.
I am so glad you did not. It is very cute, but it is very ugly. It only makes it more cute, honestly. Like, it's like when your like little niece makes like, I made this owl.
It's gonna stay resting on my shoulder the rest of the campaign.
It's my favorite. I love it. Wonderful. So you generally kind of like get your tents like and stuff like that packed up for like the day. Do me a quick one more stealth roll, the cricket to like get out of the hug before everyone else.
I'm not trying to get out of it. I just would like to react appropriately upon
right. You are awake before everyone. Gotcha. All right, yeah.
I'm going to stare directly then at Maze, waiting for Maze to wake up. And when Maze wakes up, I'm just going to say, help.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, little fella.
Hi, how'd you get in there? And you're like, you like my friend?
and right next to your face, you didn't quite notice it, is like this very badly made owl construction. Like,
okay. Hey, cricket, who am I? And I try to shove it back in my mouth again.
Like the beak has teeth, and it's like
the beak has teeth.
I am going to look directly at Maze and say, wow, did a really good job. Quite lifelike. In fact, after you take it from your mouth, may I keep it?
You know what? I can't argue with that. You go, yeah. You go. I'm not arguing with crazy. That's cool.
I take it, and in my like half up bun, I hide it within the hair.
Incredible.
Cherish it always.
It's all wet. Yeah, it's kind of wet and spongy.
She's a drooler.
But what the material was made from, we don't know. It was probably it'd have been leather, maybe meat. Bones.
Question for the amulet that I took.
Yeah.
Does it have to be worn, or can it be carried to have the same effect?
You can carry it as long as you are tuned.
Okay. I'm gonna
it's kind of.
I'm gonna stuff the necklace inside the little bear so that cricket has those effects now of the necklace, just to keep us safe. I'm just worried.
Certainly, like ultimately, cricket having like next to you can attune to the item instead, and you can just like little bears. Like you've got the amulet, basically.
I'm not going to tell her that it's in there, but it's in there now that she has those. Yeah,
you gotta feel safer with the bear on. Honestly, it's like this is good vibes.
Bear of health.
Yeah. I'm just worried about her, man. She's gonna lick something, or something's gonna happen.
Someone's getting arrested. I don't know who it is, but
I'm also then going to watch for Jin's reaction better.
Yeah, and Jin wakes up and just does this big giant yawn and immediately just
I'm gonna go wake up Orgo just before that happens, so I can watch this go down. Look at this.
Watching, I was like, oh yeah. So in the army, we used to play tricks like this all the time. How did you get the feather in there? That's a hard move.
Very funny.
That took some skill.
Goose, keep this thing away from me, man. This
Jin, you really don't want to ingest any part of that creature.
So Jin, where's the rest of it? Like, you saw the feather come out of your mouth, but what about the rest of it?
Oh my god, did I eat your owl?
Where's the?
I'm
so sorry.
You've ingested the owl.
We all pretend he ate the owl.
I was gonna be like,
it wasn't just a feather.
Jin, Goose, I stayed up into the night, and you two got very close. Incredibly close, like owl to mouth close.
Yeah, I have a magnetism. I'm not surprised. And Jin, you should frame it in the right way. You didn't eat the owl. The owl was eaten by you. It's a choice on its part.
I feel like I need
congratulations.
I feel like I need to put in the Ardent Discord like a quotes from these like games, just like owl to mouth close. Emily Grace, 2022. Oh.
Mason is just gonna take Orgo out of the tent. This is a band member thing. We're just gonna go outside.
This is bonding, I guess.
We better leave. This is awkward.
We'll check the perimeter. They're bonding.
I'm kind of worried he's gonna spit out another owl. So let's just.
It's a cool idea for a show, though. What if we
they're
bite a head?
See, this is what
off an owl on stage while we're playing.
Let's just make sure they eat something. Yeah, I'm just worried about it.
Yeah, I'll make some jambalaya.
Yeah, cool. You scrounge up a good jambalaya.
And we're going to tag as the parents of the group now. We're going to make them all breakfast.
Yeah, look, the martial classes have to protect the bards. Honestly, they can't help themselves. Honestly, they can't help themselves.
We get carried away.
Yeah. So with that, you kind of all pack up your stuff. You make your like pot of jambalaya. You probably like have it like in a little like pot, like close the pot and lock it all up and so like that. So you have jambalaya for later. Take enough for everyone.
We've got to put the cat in that later, so let's just keep it clean.
Yeah, you got to get that jambalaya ready.
The cat will be attracted by the jambalaya.
By the jambalaya, yeah. Actually, roll me a quick roll for your jambalaya creation. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't actually have a cooking skill. I just have the pot. So I'm trying to imitate what my brother would make. He's the cook, but I can't admit
give us
that he's better
poisoning.
Yeah, a little bit of cheeky food poisoning as a treat. Feel free to do wisdom. You're not really like learning.
Sure.
You're not really doing a recipe per se. You're just like vibing.
Oh, this is good. I got 20. This is great jambalaya.
This is great jambalaya. This is good.
The greatest jambalaya that anyone's had.
This is good trailer jambalaya. You could open a restaurant. You could open a restaurant on the trail and be like Trailer Trouble jambalaya official.
In the blood.
They need one.
Found truffles in the forest, like it's
like that really good earthy tone.
This is S-class.
Nicolas Cage just walks out with his truffle pig. And he's like, I'm here.
Yep. Turns out there's a guy out there who knew.
Gene's like, here's some gold leaf you can throw in it. Go for it. What do you got?
Yep. This is Goose and Nectar pulling a pig out and being like, go find me the truffles. Yep.
This is going to ruin all of the food for us by how good it is.
Yeah, exactly. This is delicious jambalaya. You do eat a very pretty good meal at the start of the day, and you begin then heading up further into the trail. And with that, I will quickly pause there for a quick 10-minute break because it is in the middle of our game. So we're going to quickly pause there because there is some unfortunate stuff happening up ahead. I will give you a little teaser before we do depart, but trees and forests spread out before you. Mist and the clinging webs, desiccated animals line these paths. The buzzing of sounds like flies hang in the air and grate against your ears as you begin to travel these woods. So we'll see what happens in just a little bit, but we'll quickly wave ourselves out and we'll be back in just 10 minutes. See you soon.
What the hell is that?
And we could tell from your face when you finally saw it.
The scream that follows out garnishes the attention of the rest of you.
Is that me screaming?
Oh yeah, no, that's you definitely screaming.
having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
Right, I am going to get my book on etiquette and throw the book at him.
Okay, improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon.
Roll a d20 for hit.
Wait, what? You have a bow. Why are you going to throw a book of etiquette?
But I love the poetic irony. This is the kind of player I am.
Okay, so you throw this book, right? And in a glorious grindhouse sort of fashion, in what feels like slow motion, it goes and just buries itself through his forehead. And he slumps to the ground.
I'm gonna like pull out a lipstick and I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna sing under my breath, "Why can't we be friends?" And I'm gonna cast a cantrip friends. I have advantage on all charisma checks, and it only lasts for 1 minute. So after that, it realizes that I cast it. At like the 55-second mark, every 55 seconds, I'm just gonna under my breath sing, "Why can't we be friends?" Do you mind if I sit down and, I mean, I'm on a diet right now, but if I could smell the food, that would actually be really helpful.
You want to smell my food? No, what was your persuasion like?
And it was a natural 20.
See those hot eyes in his eyes? Like, oh, yeah, of course. You can sit here. And your friend can sit here too. Or...
He's my best friend, so he actually comes with me everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I'm her bodyguard.
Are we friends?
We're all friends, obviously. Why can't we be friends? Duh.
What brings you here?
Well, I was actually going to ask you first.
I'm just having a meal, really.
So who are you with?
I really like your hair and cool, fancy clothes. Where did you get them?
I got them at this boutique called Why Can't We Be Friends?
Oh, I've never heard of that one. He like lunges down to the ground and clutches at his bag, and it's like, no, they're coming for me. Oh no, please.
Oh, it's okay.
Not
we're all friends here. I mean, like, why can't we be friends? What's in your bag? I mean, like, if you tell me what's in the bag, I probably won't hurt you.
He badly lies at this point.
We're friends.
Yeah. I know you're my friend, but I don't want to get you into trouble either.
Hey, can I have a look at it?
Do me a final persuasion check.
That was another nat 20.
Whoa! He's like
29.
he like again the hot eyes like. Oh, I guess if you're an angel, and he like hands you the this bottle.
That failed. Not by much, but it still failed.
You lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
As you notice that...
61, so...
These are actually people that are standing here.
Dear God.
They're dead. They're mummified. But they're impaled upon long spears to hold them upright. And their heads have definitely been replaced.
Wait.
With the heads that you're looking at the moment. That of the crocodile and that of the jackal.
Merciless.
Look, at this point, we probably shouldn't be surprised by any of this, but these are people. Actual people.
This is the second time I've played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I used my powers of perception, and no text on this slate, baby. I popped my collar, I have no worries in the world. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said, I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, it just pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
What? Oh.
Quick couple of questions just for the journal. What was your name again? Because I've got surly half orc concealing a box for a demon, or Stephen. I'm not sure what it was.
I'm going to tell you my name, but because your adventure is not like the common licentious folk, you might laugh. So we in agreement that we're not going to laugh about my name.
I grab my holy symbol, raise my free hand.
All right, look. I get mad when people make fun of my name. I don't like it, but it's the name my mother gave me, and that's all I've got. My name's Grog.
So you sell grog, and your name is Grog?
Yeah.
So you sell bad grog, your name is Grog. You'd think if you had a name like Grog, you would want to make actually at least a decent brew. But here we are, I guess.
You see his eye twitch. He's like, yeah, I guess I could up the Grog game. You're right.
Yes. Then you would at least have an excuse to have a monopoly other than the crap you're talking now.
Grog, I have a question for you.
And I have an answer to your adventurership.
It's a really serious question. So, when wizards cast Detect Thoughts on you, do they wonder why it didn't work? Because you, have no brain. He's going to take some psychic damage.
So I took 4 points of psychic damage from that.
Yeah. Sure, it hurts. It hurts, please. How much damage you do, by the way?
4 points.
Cool.
He's gonna fucking die.
He dies. Yes. After his hard life. He's like,
literally you dissed him to death.
He has a brain aneurysm and collapses on the ground. Yeah, how does a paladin feel about straight up murder?
I don't believe this.
Oh my god.
I don't believe he's dead.
I cast Revivify.
Yeah. Jesus, thank you.
Bugger it. I got 2 spell slots. I cast Revivify.
He likes ah!
And I look down at him, I'm like, I hope this is a turning point for your life.
Hello and welcome back. We just finished our quick break, but let's jump back into it. So you're just about to head into what is probably the deeper wood of the Trail of Troubles. You do hear in the air this kind of sound of buzzing and this kind of like harrowing kind of like presence about the place. You head through these kind of woods as you begin traveling for the day. Takes you an hour or two to kind of traverse up these kind of like through these woods, and this buzzing that like these like the sound of insects, just you can't quite get away from it. It doesn't even seem that there's many other animals here. It just seems like there's this kind of constant, almost like insidious buzzing in the wood or in the stone or just somewhere up ahead of you, and you kind of like eventually come to like a kind of more open section, like kind of like a row where sits a aged looking kind of battlement. And in that battlement, if you have a look at the exposed card, you can kind of see this large looking beetle of hovering and kind of like shifting from either side in this kind of what is a misty area. It's massive, like it's huge, kind of descending wings and like large bulbous body as it kind of like bulbs up and down, like huge. And yeah, you see it like just kind of like sitting in this like open kind of field, like picking at something on the ground you can't quite see. But it's relatively far away at this exact juncture. But
do you think it's chill? Last guy wasn't.
It doesn't look particularly chill.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it's warm-blooded, actually.
Reminds me of that time there was just this one fly in the room that I was in, and it was really annoying me. And
I've always said
open
you
a
get
window,
a can of deodorant. Yep. Get a torch. Get a flamethrower.
Can I do anything with survival or perception to figure out whether it's dangerous?
Go for it. Do me a nature check. Will probably be the best one there.
16.
All right. So you suspect this is probably a carnivorous beetle of some sort, very similar to probably like a scarab of some sort. It would like be like a kind of scavenger creature, but the sheer size of it is pretty impressive as far as things go. And you would imagine that with a 16, potentially there'd be more than one, just because of how like the area, but difficult to say. They tend to do like kind of like gum together. Larger ones tend to be in less like prolific groups as far as swarms are concerned. So probably like a swarm, but there would be more than one if there's one.
All right, I've seen these in the swamp, y'all, but not this big.
Okay, is this a beast that speak with animals might let me communicate with?
Speak with beasts? Yeah, you could definitely probably speak with beasts with this one.
I'm going to cast speak with animals. I'm going to have a chat to the creepy, gross insect. It's the third weirdest thing that Jin's seen in the last couple of days, so that's fine.
But we're so pacifist until we aren't.
I'll come up with Jin as well, just ready for trouble.
Absolutely. So you walk up to it and then cast speak with animals on this? Yeah, absolutely. He's like, what do you say?
Hey man, we're looking for a cat. Have you seen one around? Seen the cat around anywhere, or
It like jumps on the like ground. It's like, zzz. No. What cat?
I can't remember its name. Hey, guy, what's that cat's name that we're looking for? I don't think you'd know the name of the cat. It's probably not particularly important.
Sniffles, Snuffles.
It was taken. It was taken by some guys that would have been wearing robes, probably rocking like annoyingly weird kind of curvy daggers and stuff.
Yep.
That might be lurking around in the area. Have you seen one like that?
Curvy dagger or curvy dagger? Roll me a animal handling check, and with we'll say with some advantage because you're like trying to handle this animal. Like, hey, little buddy.
I feel like advantage because Jen has handled cricket before.
Like just a giant bug, basically.
Dirty 20 on animal handling.
The filthiest funny we have. Excellent. Like he's like this, and like uses one of its little mandible, like little like arms, to, like pull up what is like a pretty desiccated looking, like it's quite fresh. Seems like he's been eating it like as some flies do, vomiting on their food and then like slurping up the burnt flesh and all that kind of stuff. It's like this, and you can see that there's like some robes on him, what looks like pretty flesh looking blood, and he's like,
exactly like this. First, what is it with this place and people regurgitating stuff? Hey. I do not comprehend it, but exactly like that.
You.
Exactly like that. We hate these guys.
He puts it back down. He's like, they are dangerous.
Where'd they come from? Where they at?
I don't know. I can ask. I guess. They're like, zzz, and floats over a little bit closer towards where the battlements are. And as you kind of are getting like a little bit closer to the battlements, I'll get Orog to give me a quick perception test as you kind of like get a little bit closer there.
Heebie-jeebie test.
Yeah, heebie-jeebie test.
The old heebie-jeebie test. Yep.
Got a 12.
Yep. Average heebie-jeebies.
Yep. So the average heebie-jeebies.
Some heebie, some jeebie.
Yeah.
It's not too obfuscated, but if you have a look on the exposed card again, you can kind of see that there are a few bodies. It's always the one that he was just looking at, as well as the ones now on the battlements. Well, and you can kind of see them a bit more clearly as they've obviously been eaten by something pretty like assumedly the bugs.
See that.
It kind of floats up to the battlements, perches down, and starts like raises a pair of its like arms up into the air and starts like doing like weird cricket sounds with like grinds against its legs and stuff like that. It's like, and it's this incredibly shrill, like pretty decently loud noise, and from a nearby kind of thicket, like other large looking bugs fly up, descend down. There's about 5 of them in total, and they're all kind of
more bugs
chirping back and forth, and they're kind of like crawling around the battlement like flies on carcass. They kind of like chirp, 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 and they seem to communicate, and like they're talking like back and forth, and then the one that you were talking to, Jin, looks back towards you like very directly and hovers up, and then lands back down a little bit closer to you this time. Like, yes.
Good. Okay. Thanks, bug guy. Have you and your friends seen any more of these guys around? We're pretty sure they've got this cat that we're looking for. And just as a side note, if you could ask your mates not to eat the cat, that would be really cool as well. But you do you.
Ask if he likes jambalaya.
That's so much jambalaya.
We've got really good jambalaya.
We've got
really good jambalaya.
We've got jambalaya, and it is really.
I can knit. If that helps.
Little
when
beetle
Maze says
mittens.
that they can knit, I pull out the iron.
Yeah, see?
The owl. The owl. Yes.
Yeah. Look.
Friend of the bug.
Look at the eyes. And all of them. Look at
Also in
the
a band.
Luckily enough, the owl is so badly created that the bugs do not get startled by the fact that it could be an actual owl. And
True, yeah.
are like, we will not eat that, but we need other things. We can eat. Ooh.
I then place the owl eyes under my eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
Just
stuck to the side of your head like a growth.
like nasty. And he like kind of like chirps like, there were other ones of this. We did not eat them. We did not eat them though.
Why not? Why
If you
not?
give us to them to eat. We will eat. And we eat.
Yeah. Like you said, you enjoyed them, right? Surely there's heaps of them. They'd be great eating. It'll be awesome. Do you think you can show us where they are?
They have large fire. You stop fire.
Fire.
Large fire, bad.
Okay. Can you show us where this fire might be? Does it stop the trail here?
Do me one more animal handling check with again the. We'll just do a basic animal handling check because they're like you're asking to do something that they're not really
super keen on.
They're like,
that was a good reaction. I like that.
That's a 7.
It's a 7. Like, and it kind of seems to like second guess a little bit. It's like, how do we burn out fire?
Oh, I hate fire. I'm all about the cold, man. Like silver skin. This. I'm meant to be in the mountains in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Fire is not my jam at all.
My suggestion to you, Jin, is to potentially offer them something like food now. That way they can get that kind of probably grease those wheels. You think there's some greasy wheels that you could probably do? Like
jambalaya.
It's
really good.
I tell you what, a little ways down the track is this big hole. If you keep it's a little far away, but trust me, it's there.
It scuttles closer towards you. Hold on, okay, go closer.
Yeah.
It scuttles closer towards you,
right.
And you can hear this like purring, like insect-like chirping. They're like.
I throw a travel ration at the back of Jin's head.
Ow, man! Come on, really? Look, okay. There's this. I don't know how you guys would like this, but this is an option.
It bites at your hand and like tries to. It doesn't hit you, but it like bites the thing like. You may now do me a new animal handling check. Again, just regular animal handling, and we'll see how we go from there.
Use the jambalaya.
Jambalaya! I cast jambalaya!
I cast jambalaya and I throw the jambalaya.
14 for that one.
14. All right. That is enough. You're not taking any damage from the consuming of the flesh. But the bug tank eats it. It's like, okay. But we all watch you. We are good at watching. We have many eyes, sees many things. Big fire bad. See many fires, too many fires. You turn off fire, we eat cultists. Nom, 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 nom.
What's your favorite part of the cultist?
It sounds like a deal.
The butt meat.
The taint, I would say. Some
They're
tender meat.
Nice. They're butt bugs. I get that. I too like a juicy ass.
That's the way it was in the swamp. They always bite you in the ass. It's true.
Yeah,
You know what?
see?
You know what? That's on me. That one's on me. That's fair.
God, if there was a god managing this, he really walked into that one, didn't he?
Walked my butt straight into it. Yep, reversed, I'd say.
Everyone focuses on the ass. I'm a taint man myself.
Just backing up into this one.
Much unappreciated taste.
Yeah.
All right. So the bugs like fly over, scuttle away, and like seem to communicate with the other bugs, and they seem to wait for you to approach closer, so they like hang off. Like they're like ready for you guys to approach. I imagine
these guys are cool. Come on, they're going to show us where the cultists are.
Yep.
Maze is like just got a hand on the javelin, just like watching as they walk.
I'm flinging spoonfuls of jambalaya in random directions.
It's throwing the spoonfuls. He's like the bugs like fly over and like push out and like start eating the jambalaya. I'm like, this is good jambalaya. Hey, good jambalaya. Is it good jambalaya?
Did I not tell you? It's
delicious jambalaya.
amazing.
Like they start eating it. They're like watching you as you travel away towards like kind of where they were like looking in the first place. The main one
exactly
kind of,
what path we're heading down, but on the little thingamadoo, there was a dead dude on the ground with a crossbow next to him. Grab that crossbow as we pass.
You can indeed grab that crossbow.
Anything else on his body?
I'm just gonna cover Goose while he goes to do that. Just Just keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah, there are like clubs on them as well. Like there's like these kind of like nice little cudgels. Seem kind of nice. But there's a crossbow one. Pick that up.
Pick it up and hand it to Arug.
Oh,
thank you. I'll put that on my
How
belt.
recently does this cultist look murdered?
How fresh.
Yeah,
Just,
pretty much.
like a day or two. Like probably like, not very long. It's been left to kind of like marinate a bit before the bugs have gotten to it.
Like, is he all dry and shriveled, or is there like?
No,
blood
he's
in
moist.
it?
He's moist. He's still like a bit moist.
He's sous vide.
Yeah. It's like nice and misty around here as well, so like it's that nice like rot that the bugs can really get into. You know?
Real
As
fetid
we
stink.
as we
it's
walk
part of the
past,
smell. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm going to put 2 fingers up, dip the fingers into the blood of the cultist, and then just go.
God.
You need to talk to someone or something. I don't know.
Unfortunately,
Just gonna pull her away slightly.
I don't think they have psychiatry in D&D, unfortunately. But really, a problem for you guys, not so much for me.
I'm doing this because I love you. I'm just gonna kind of just keep it by my side.
A lot of bloodborne diseases, you realize.
So many.
Just don't lick it.
More than your body has room for. And the bugs?
When Goose speaks, I am going to.
Stop looking at my teeth.
I'm going to attempt to move up, and with my still slightly blood-soaked finger, I'm just going to attempt to, like I went last time, obviously as a halfling.
Can I try and grab her as she moves, like the back of the scruff of the neck or something?
Yeah, he's like, you don't pick up. She's small size. Hey,
no, easy.
Nasty. So you do have like this wonderful symphony to the little drum. I imagine that Cricket is still doing as like
I'm actually going to change up the tune.
Change it up. We're changing too.
And I am going to play on my flute a slow, moody, melodic version of the Benny Hill theme song.
Yeah, stealth music.
Nice.
And we all like walk like this.
Yeah, we all turn into the Hamburglar.
I just love us stealthily and musically approaching.
Wonderful. The song of stealthing, of course.
Stealth symbol. Cha.
Cha. Stealth triangle. Cha. Love it. And you come to a section which is like this kind of large like bonfire area where the bugs kind of wait like probably about 60 feet back. They're just like very intimidated by this like huge bonfire in front of them, and they wait and they're like there. Probably about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes away.
So we can see. Can we see like a smoke or?
So you can see. No, you can see the fire. Like it's relatively close. You can see the smoke kind of as you travel up closer towards it. There's a cave mouth, which is like just behind the smoke area. Like it's like a little wing, basically, to seemingly ward off these like massive insects. And like that's kind of where you find yourself. So it's probably like 10 feet. The actual fire itself is probably like a full 5 foot by 5 foot. It's like obviously the bonfire style. And then there's like a 10 feet around that, which is like obviously quite warm and hot.
How far away is it?
Probably like 60 feet at this point. So you stop, the bugs stop with you, like, yeah.
I'm just maybe they're cast control flames and put that son of a bitch right out.
Yep. And the light dies down. Strangely enough, this entire area looks just a little bit darker than you would expect. There's something ominous about how the light catches in the rock, and though there is the sun definitely above you, there's something foreboding about this place. And as the light dies down and the bonfire descends,
are we in an open space, or is this
you're in a relatively open space. There's probably some trees and stuff like that around, like where you kind of like move through the jungles and stuff like the wilderness and stuff like that. But you are now relatively open space. In front of you is an open space with a large cave mouth and where this old bonfire now used to be.
Okay, and I can still talk to the bug, right?
Yeah, for
at this point. And all right.
How long does your spell last for? Sorry,
what was your name, buddy? Or the walk to animals? Let me check.
We'll check that one.
10 minutes.
So you probably went out of it at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Hoping that it can understand me, I guess I'll just turn to the bug and be like, sick 'em.
Get in there, mate.
The bugs, like, as the kind of bonfire descends, fly up and swarm into the cave mouth. And from inside, you hear the... Sorry, let me just get my authoritative GM voice out. You hear the desiccated screams and howling wails of lost individuals who have tried to hide within this cave mouth, taking shelter, be ripped apart by ravenous insects. Their tormented cries are harrowing to hear as they are then dragged out before your very eyes, kicking and screaming as they barely have enough strength left in them to fight, clearly having been already taken aback by these insects beforehand, eventually make it here, and they are then flown off into the sky, never to be seen again.
I was going to say to Jen, bad guys?
Yeah, were they cultists or
were they the bad guys?
Were they a scout group or something?
Did we just kill a bunch of people hiding in a group?
No, may I remind you, bendy swords.
Excellent. No, that's
Did they have
right.
the bendy daggers?
They did drop a single bendy dagger. I mean,
oh, that's it. Then no, they deserve it.
They had the cultist robes on as well.
They had it coming. It's fine. I'm gonna.
They were children, but they had the robes.
These bad guys
had bendy swords.
These bad guys did not contend that you, worse bad guys, would be coming to get them. They should have thought.
I'm gonna
don't
look
have pointy
over
swords
at my group of friends, and I'm going to say, "That cave has mouths, but where are its teeth?"
It's just like this short sort of laugh comes out of Maisie throat.
I have so many great features. I work a lot. What?
Show me.
Sorry,
he poses.
He makes a good point.
Right? The cheekbones.
All right.
The hairline, all of it.
All right, for humans.
You're still looking at my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
making me uncomfortable.
I mean, he's not my type, but you get it.
The remain you can still being kind of dragged off it. So it's and one of them is just kind of given up and is on the side of the cave mouth eating his in the body of one of the cultists, nom 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 nom.
We'll be right with you. We're having a debate.
It's okay. You continue to have your debate.
Why is he making an om sound?
I'm very badly burnt.
What's my best feature? I say to the half melted cultist. It's not the teeth, right? That would be weird.
Surely
I never said it was your teeth.
Look, you've got nothing else to live for here. Just answer him. What's his best feature?
Yeah, come on.
Chaotic evil, surely? No. The bard, where is this? His features and traits. I'm not seeing chaotic evil on this sheet. Man, there's another one.
I'm going to look at Goose and say, I never said it was your teeth. Maybe I meant your throat.
I hate that even more. That is way worse. You understand that's worse, right? That's significantly worse.
But it's important to the band.
While they're doing that, Maze is going to completely ignore the slowly rotting or oozing man and just shout down the mouth of the cave, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty! Here, kitty!" Is that
the jambalaya?
Ask the cultist.
We have more jambalaya.
Where's the cat?
I pull a scarf from my bag and wrap it.
He expires at this point. He's like the last of his life is and as the beetle kind of looks to you and looks back to his mirror, is
oh,
mine. I don't know. And goes nom 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 some more.
Cookie Monster?
The last time I saw a cat, it was stuffed and mounted on a wall.
I don't know who that was directed at, but I'm uncomfortable.
Somebody.
Every time, Goose.
Did you cricket? Did you stuff the cat? Cricket? Did you stuff the cat?
Hey, answer me, cat.
I think the less we know about Cricket's activities outside of the band.
I've never been so intrigued by someone and so afraid of them at the same time.
I reach into my pouch and I dig around a little bit. And then I look at Goose and I'm and then I look at Jim and I'm and I pull out nothing.
Oh God. I don't know what I expected to see, but nothing is, I guess, the best alternative. Okay. All right. Into the cave mouth. We're all good. We
I mean,
clean
look,
up whoever's down there.
I called for the cat and didn't come. I think our job is done. We tried.
Oh, come on, Maze. I
Hang
love
on.
a cave. Let's go in and check it
Maze,
out.
are
Gotta be something there.
fine.
Come on.
You have-
Let's get in there.
Maze, hang on. Maze, are you claustrophobic by any chance?
I never said that. Have you seen how tall I am and how small that cave is? Like, I'm gonna get sciatica, think of the back pain. But fine, whatever, go find the cat, I guess.
Right. Make
All
sure
right,
to
torch out.
make
That
sure to
sounds
always
like a
bend.
tall, privileged person thing to say.
I'm just gonna hold up Cricket at my height and try and see if I can, like, is their head gonna knock the top of the cave as I walk? That's how
Probably,
tall
yeah.
this cave is.
It'd be close. They'd be like ducking a little tiny bit, but it's fine.
My bun with the amulet inside it is like, don't.
Just like holding her up at that height, just dragging her across the top. No, I wouldn't do that to you, sweetie. I wouldn't.
It kind of like opens up a little bit once you get inside. The actual mouth of the cave, like a little low.
I just put it back down. See the world as I see it.
I'm gonna grab you by your clothing and attempt to pull you down to my height.
Just like,
your turn.
Oh wow, wow, you are short.
All right.
I
It's gonna
prefer the
stay down
term
here.
vertically challenged, but
So you get
Just gonna
into.
crouch walk through the cave.
Remember, bend with your back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Yeah, do kind of a duck walk.
Twisty
Shield
legs,
up,
twisty
shield
spines.
up, torch up.
Always lift with the back. Always lift with the back. Easy.
Always lift with the back.
Have held by the finger as we walk along.
So as you enter into the main little, like the first area of the cave, you can see that the descent travels off into 3 different sections. Like the 3 basic directions you want to look at. There are torches about every 20 feet or so, as you kind of it's relatively well illuminated, and the path seems to run pretty deep into the earth. So you look like there's some side tunnels you can take, or you can go to the main tunnel. How would you like to proceed?
Left.
We've done this kind of thing before,
Yeah,
right?
you go around.
Yeah, in soldiering school they say always keep your hand on the left wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Here, kitty. Oh, I didn't do anything.
All right, let me just quickly do a little perception check. Just give me a quick second. All right, cool. You can kind of hear the sounds of curvy daggers being prepared.
Not curvy daggers. Those are the worst
Evil.
kind.
A sharpening sound.
Curvy daggers, as you can hear, and then you hear nothing at all.
can I put my arms out to try and my very short arms out to try and stop my companions?
Just whoa! Oh god!
You may do so. Yeah, you pause and whoa.
I haven't washed my
clipping-
feet in a couple of
Clipping
days.
Maze's knees.
I
Be
pull
careful.
out a small bag and I pull
It's tongues, I swear to God.
and I go into this bag and you hear it sounds
Ears.
like
I bet it's
M&Ms.
ears.
It sounds like M&Ms. And I pull out a
Knuckle
single
bones.
wallberry.
Oh, okay.
Oh no!
And
Thank God, I thought they were
roll
going to be teeth for sure.
Same.
I roll it down the cave.
All right. How good and normal this is. Yes, very nice. You roll it down the cave and
Tiny.
ding, 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 ding. Nice little dinking sound as you kind of travel on down. It seems to go a relatively decent distance. It's probably you can do me a investigation check actually, and you'll be able to determine how far the cave is down.
Well, we've all got really good ears, obviously.
So good at hearing.
Acoustics, come on.
I haven't cut them off yet. 17.
Hang on, yours are out.
Wait, hang on, come back.
I think
Let's cycle back to that.
So you think that because you throw down the main passageway, yeah? Is that what you want to do? Because there's 2 side passages, the main passage. Yep. The main passage seems to go what you would estimate with your roll is about 100 feet down. It kind of descends feet lengthways direction, about 100 feet down, then seems to bottom out to something to flat ground.
I am oh sorry.
Yeah, that's good. And you do hear down there as well, people. Seems to be what you would guesstimate to be 3 to 5 people, probably mustering for something.
I'm gonna try the other 2 as well.
Yep, the other 2 corridors. Yep. Roll me another investigation check, and we'll just do it for both.
It was really good.
Oh,
We'll trust you on that.
Was it? Yeah.
Of course.
Good.
Honest system, right?
Sorry, let me just roll deception. The deception was a 20.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Did you turn around to us and go, that was so good? And then turn back.
So you didn't roll very good is what I'm hearing.
I rolled a 3.
You have very little idea of how deep the side chambers are, but they could go on forever.
Look, if we throw enough of these down here, we could lure them up. They could fall over on all the ball bearings.
They seem to.
This is a foolproof trap.
A slight upways, like from what you can kind of see from the cave. Like you can kind of see how they go from where you just presently are. But yeah, they kind of like they seem pretty deep as far as caves go. You're like dangerous.
The sound of curvy daggers being sharpened, does that come from the center as well?
Yeah, that's where the sound of curvy daggers comes from. You did hear there were some curvy daggers elsewhere, but you can't hear anything now. Mostly it's just the main little area there. So
I have exactly 997 of these small metal balls left.
Now, while you're in this room as well, you do see little beds that were like for the wounded cultists. They've now been taken away from, so they seem to be waiting.
Not
there.
needed anymore.
Just as an FYI, in case you were interested, that the people you killed, they're right there. They were there.
Well, good to see they were sleeping though.
Weakness. They were unconscious. You suspect they were like just chilling.
We didn't touch them. The bugs did that.
They were evil anyway. I mean, it wasn't your fault. It was just nature writing itself.
They probably kicked puppies.
Circle of life.
They stole cats at the very least.
They stole a cat.
People's has been stolen, and that's not cricket.
Oh, cool.
Wonderful. So it takes a little bit of time, but just kind of like before, like which direction would you like to? Are you going to go to the left hand side?
Maybe the middle.
The middle?
Yeah, maybe go to the main show. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds wonderful. All right. So it's kind of as you start descending into that main area that you do notice that there's like two side, like you probably get to about halfway down, about 60 feet down, and see that there are like two side chambers that like go either side of where you are. And they seem to like link up with a different section of the cave, which leads slightly bit up and like a little bit to like the left and the right. And as you kind of get a little bit closer, you do see that there's like 2 or 3 individuals like waiting down there for you, and they've got like these like pretty like heavy looking clubs, and they'll actually give you a little indication what they look like. Yeah, you're cultists. Wow. Here we go. All right, it is going to be the murder card.
Love a good murder.
You got to love a good murder.
So now we know they're evil because they're on the murder card.
Done.
It's essential.
It may not be a pointy sword, but it's on the evil card.
It's on the evil card. Well, those impressive clubs. Oh, it's very exciting. And they're like down there waiting for you.
They have no shoes on.
They don't. They're degenerates, honestly.
Let's make them stand on the little baubles. Perfect.
And laugh at them.
Like they have no shoes on. I look down at my bare feet.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Bare feet.
I see that.
The savages. That's how they get to the trail. They kind of like look at you with like this like despicable looking kind of grin as they like look like they're like prepared to like fight you. And it's like,
hi guys.
Well,
you got a cat?
Well. None of your business, is it?
Are you by any chance into experimental music?
Let's not spend all our time Gavin then.
Sorry, but did you just see the giant bugs that we brought in here? Are we really doing this?
This is your last chance to surrender.
You shouldn't have mind.
Last chance for me to surrender, eh?
Yeah, boys. For you to surrender. Yeah, for you to surrender, buddy.
Yeah, for you to surrender.
What do you reckon about that, fearless leader? And like you see this like cult, like this like more ornately dressed cultist with like blood kind of like down his like forehead and like face. It looks like he's like just really drinking the sauce, like drinking the cultist sauce. He is definitely
up that cultist sauce.
Lost in the sauce, and he's just like.
I'm going to look at them and say, see this blood? This is the blood of your friends.
They were merely pawns to be used.
Let's
begin.
Oh, no, never mind. I won't do that.
And we're going to then go to initiative, where these cultists are going to
Woohoo!
rassle-dassle you.
And even the other cultists are like, he's a little bit much. Like, I get we're all in this dark cult together.
We love
Gary
his energy.
is just like, with the blood in the face.
Yeah, look, Gary's next level. We love his energy, but it's taken a little bit too far.
Yeah,
he's a supervisor, obviously.
You think we should tell Gary to maybe take 10% off the top? No, I don't think it's probably for the best, actually. No.
Blood's a bit much.
Gary's a very intense individual. You know what happened to Carl last week? Oh, it's not good. All right, so we'll go for the initiative there.
A 12.
My boy.
11.
12. So 12 for whom was that? So was that Zach?
Goose.
Goose got 12.
As did Jin, also 12.
Blood Shield got 11. Jin got, what was that? 11?
12.
12 as well, yep. And Cricket?
11.
What, all clustered?
Maze?
That was an 18.
18.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're practically going
We're
first.
supposed to be clustered.
Slay Queen!
All right. And then Cultist 1, Cultist number 2. These are groups of cultists, by the way, just so you know. Cultist number 3, because you were very loud. So exciting for you, isn't it?
A little loud.
Oh no, I don't love to see that. And then cultist, last one. Oh man, these cultists are doing so well. I'm so proud of my babies. My babies! Alright.
They grow up so fast.
They grow up that fast. Alright.
Just babies, now they're out here killing people and stealing cats.
Stealing cats, doing rituals. Who knows what they're doing these days?
Getting eaten by bugs.
Cricket. No. Maze.
Hello.
Or, sorry, just Maze.
Maze, just Maze.
Maze, just Maze.
Maze, just Maze.
Maze is Maze.
Completely
Maze, just
opposite
Maze.
people. How did you confuse us?
Good news. You are, in fact, first initiative order. I'd like to do it.
Fabulous. Okay, how far away am I from the one that's on the source?
You're probably about 30 feet away. Probably from the one on the source. He's probably about 60 feet away at this point.
Okay.
The ones that are a bit closer, they're probably like 30 feet. They seem like making a little.
Okay, I am going to. Ooh. I'm going to try and go for the one on the source. I'm going to take a javelin and I'm just going to. Whoof.
Yep, give him the whoof.
Just give him the whoof.
The whoof.
Cheeky jabbing.
Specifically, and she's going to make the noise as she throws it because of what she is.
Yeah.
Whoof.
It's what you do. You like give the whoof and then it does more damage. That's just the fact.
right.
All right.
Look, I love the energy, but you can't be more flamboyant than us. Okay, it's kind of a rule we have here.
It's the vocal equivalent of the
You're
color
really
red.
bringing it together, but
Does 15 hit?
a 15 to hit this guy. A 15, I believe, does indeed hit. It does indeed hit this man.
Excellent.
He's only wearing cloth, basically, but he seems like he's ready to party.
Should have raged. It's fine. I'll save it for later. I'm saving the rage. Okay.
I think it's for next year. You rage next year.
I'm saving it. I'm saving it for when he becomes worth my rage.
Well, you can still rage now if you'd like to. It's not too late to rage.
You know what?
Bonus action. You're like, I'm ready to party.
Bonus action. Time to rage.
Yes.
Yeah, you rage.
Get mad.
Some of the sleeves.
Spoiler rage. He's still a half orc in a cave.
The sleeve breaks just a little bit.
They're removable sleeves. They're like magnetized on. Just rip them off.
Yeah, we've Velcroed those.
Yeah, it's for the
stage. In the background is like
just because of that one time.
Okay.
So in my rage, does that give me any?
It gives you a +2 to damage
rolls.
Sweet.
and resistance to damage.
Perfect. Okay, so that is. So that's my D6 +3 plus my rage. Yes. Is that how that works? Yes. Okay, so that is. Let me do my math.
Hold on. That is 2 plus your damage dice plus whatever your strength is.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I think that's it. So 1d12 is what
So
you roll for your damage.
It's like a normal damage.
It's a D6.
D6 for javelin, yeah.
Yep. So roll your damage dice for D6. And it's be with strength, which will be actually it should be in your.
Okay, so I got an 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then is that another +2 for rage?
Mm-hmm. So that'd be a total of +5.
Sorry, what?
So
I'm screwing up.
You got it.
Sorry.
It's 8 plus 2.
Yeah, 8 plus 2.
That'd be 10.
You did 10 damage. Good.
Fabulous.
You damage him.
She's so enraged she can't do math right.
That's all right. That's on me. We're all good.
Yep.
Math rocks, activate. Okay, Cultist Fanatic takes some damage. 8 damage of totalness. All right. Then it will be the cultist go. Wow. Cultist number 2 activates their turn. And 5 cultists come out from from behind you guys, from one of the side chambers, as they descend down, and they have been incredibly silent. Their stealth check was a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
So they're just waiting out.
I don't think it's that good.
And they come out running towards the. So who's at the very back of the party? Would you say at this juncture? Probably, I would say Org, possibly.
Goose.
I've been in the front usually. I like being up front taking the damage, but
I'd probably be.
That's fine.
All right, Goose. It's you then. You're gonna get attacked by 5 cultists. Get ready.
Because they're coming up from behind.
Oh no, the human!
Not the human. All right.
Oh,
this is fine. That's just a natural 20 for the first one. Does an 11?
Can I do? Oh, it might be too late. If I'm close to him, I can do a reaction to use my protection.
You may do that if you'd like to.
Okay, so I use my reaction, do protection, so it imposes disadvantage on the attack.
Thank you.
Disadvantage on the attack. All right, so he'll get an 8 instead. It's an 11 total. Does that hit you?
11 does not hit.
All right, he's going to try and attack you again. So is that only for one, or is it every time?
No, I think it's just for one attack.
Okay. So another Cronus will try and attack you. He gets a 8, doesn't hit you. He gets a 7. Colt is not very good at killing people, apparently. 22 does hit you, I imagine. Eh?
Just barely.
Just barely.
Slight graze.
So that's, what is that? One more. Yeah. It's another natural 20.
Oh, wonderful.
How good for me.
Do we have to find a replacement for the leader of the band?
You never can replace me.
All right, we'll take 7 points of damage for the first hit that they do on you. And then take another. Take another 10 points of damage for the second one. 7, 8.
Yeah, no, I'm doing great.
Ouchie. Then the first group of cultists advance towards where you guys are, they're charging up. This time they're going to, of course, attack Maze because they're in the front of the line.
Bring it!
The first one does not manage to hit you. The second
You're
one,
damn right you don't.
gets a 21 to hit you.
Oh, okay. Rude, frankly.
Yeah. All right.
Again, lightly graces.
Does a 13 hit you at all?
A 13?
Yeah.
That meets my armor class.
Meets your armor class. It does hit you then.
Yes.
But that's okay. You're raging. You don't care. You're like, wounds? Oh, how nice. Take 4 damage for the first one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And 5 damage for the second one. And you'll halve that. So it'll be 2 for the first one, and then it'll be 3 for the second.
Sweet 5. Love that.
Easy.
Okay.
The cultist then as well is going to cast a shield of faith on himself. He's like, "We with me, my lord. I will defeat these enemies for you." And he's really playing it up, Yeah. He's here to play. Then it is going to be Jintar's go. Jinthua.
Jin?
Yeah.
Jin might then. Jin will turn around. This could go horribly, horribly wrong. I think Jin is going to use his breath weapon on the group of cultists.
Yep. You are able to get all cultists with your breath weapon.
Yeah. Magnificent.
You get into the weapon and you pull up that dragon fury and
Yeah, well, it's not so much fury. He's just like, guys,
chill.
Yep. I imagine like it kind of breathes out like it's like nitroglycerin, like chill.
Pretty much, yeah.
Listerine ad.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Very stiff nipples.
It's 10 Constitution save. It's not particularly difficult.
That's okay. Luckily, these guys
chill out.
They're cultists for a reason. They had nothing going on. They're doing their best. All right, so first one fails. The second one gets a natural 1. How good for him. The third one fails. The fourth one meets, so therefore beats. So one of them has succeeded. And the fifth one also fails. I'm going to tell you right now, I rolled a 10. Everything was below 10. So.
Magnificent. All right.
Got him.
So it is 2d6 damage, 2d6 cold damage. So the one that succeeded takes half that.
Yep.
That's 10.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm. Then what do we have with 4 others? 4 others, yeah.
You've got only one cultist now.
Yeah. My cultist.
My cultist. Babies. All right, good number 2 has 1 cultist left. Has taken 5 damage.
Excellent.
He's not looking good, team. That's all I'm going to say. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
You think you're good? No, I'm good with that.
You good? Yeah,
I'm good with that.
That's good. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah, good.
I'm fine with that.
Good. Goose, it's now your turn.
So there's only 1 cultist left?
There's 1 cultist at the back, like group of cultists who like came up behind you guys to try and attack you. There's still 4 cultists in front of you who are attacking basically Maze, and the final cultist, like fanatic, who seems to like be casting a spell on himself and be like, my lord, we shall defeat them all.
Okay, so the cultist that was like up in my business, I'm gonna turn to him like, what's up?
He responds, just the grind, man.
Yeah, no, I get that. What? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to make me wish I had never been born. You heard that right. And I pick off one of the things from my extremely cursed belt loop. It looks like a pocket watch, and I drop it to the ground. And as I do, Goose just like disappears inside it. And then it sits there for a moment, rattles, and then 4 giant spider legs push out of it and draw out its body, which just looks like a pile of wet rags. And as it pulls out, like dripping ichor, and it launches itself at this dude. From within the rags, a maw opens up and latches onto him.
Cricket, don't be into this.
No, did you see Emily's face while that was happening? She's like,
I know. Stop swooning at this thing! Sweetie, please get some help.
Get a room.
Get the spray roll. Bad, Cricket, bad.
Yeah, spider legs come out. Wet rags.
Rags. Like taking out a water skin and it's just like flash dance herself.
God, I hate this. What happens to this poor man?
He's trying to work out how most effectively to block view from here.
I mean, I don't think this is a regular day at the shops for him. I think he's probably like, oh, well, I've seen some stuff being a cultist, but god damn.
Y'all are messed up.
Y'all ain't right.
That is 1 point of piercing damage, 6 points of poison damage, and 3 points of piercing damage, 6 points of poison damage, and he is grappled and restrained.
1 point, 6 points, so taking 7 points of damage total.
9 points of damage total.
He dies. How good!
It consumes his body.
Yep, there are only 4 of those cultists left. He screams as he is ripped into what appears to be like this amulet. Is like.
The amulet's on the ground. This is like a rag and spider creature.
Oh, it's still alive in the ground, doing stuff?
Yeah. Oh,
cool, nightmare fuel. Wonderful. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like inside the thing now. This man is dead.
You're just tap dancing.
Yeah,
his experience is irrelevant. It's fine.
His body is dead.
Moving on. Og, it's your turn.
Whoa!
God damn!
I've just got a sword. I think I'll just use this. So the main cultist, does he have a weapon? Like he's going to attack us with a weapon, or is he casting a spell?
He seems to be he has cast a spell himself, but that is his turn. He is currently.
Does he have a weapon?
Away.
Does he have a weapon? Does he look like he's a thumper?
He does indeed have a weapon.
Okay.
No, he does not actually have a weapon. He's just using magic. So
all right.
Magics, yeah.
So I want to stride in amongst like the largest number of cultists that have weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of get in,
get
in amongst them. So I throw down the torch, pull out the sword, and hit one of them with a goading strike. That's something that makes them attack me, basically. Yeah. So let me start with my attack. All right. So that's
Battle Master.
5.
So good.
It's an 18 to hit him.
Yeah, that definitely hits him.
And the damage on that gets slashed for 8.
8 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So I use my superiority dice. That's like another 8 on top of that because the superiority dice, I think, adds to this.
Yeah, you extra D8. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be an extra D8. So on top of that is another 5 on top of that damage that I did.
He is perished. Yeah.
Is he dead? Sorry.
He's dead. You killed him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's goaded. He's going to attack me next. Yeah.
Through death. Yeah. If he becomes back a ghost, he has to attack you.
It's going to be so cool.
So cool. Yeah.
Also, I could do this thing called a taunt. I could pull out. I could throw it down. No, I'm going to save that for later. Okay. No, I think I'm done.
These cultists thought they would have a very good day, but
I got an idea.
This is not the cash money day they were promised. Can I move and go to the main guy casting a spell and try to get in his face? You can get a bit closer to him. He is still a little bit further away, and you will have to kind of duck and weave around. You probably kill one of the cultists on your way through, so you will get free movement. So you'll move 30 feet towards the cultist leader, but he's about 30 feet away.
All right. Okay, so I'll throw an axe at him. So I'll just throw down my sword because I got free up a hand, and I can do a bonus action to throw my hand axe.
Yeah, go for it. You
match the javelin that's also in this.
Yeah, that's 11.
Turn him into a pincushion.
11 to the hand axe. 11. I don't think is going to quite get the cultist fanatic. He's got magics on him.
All right.
Wow.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Cool. Wonderful. It is now your turn.
Can I just add on my turn that I have a standing leap and leapt towards the big dude?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
bloody face.
Yep. You kill your guy and you can get kind of past him to the 30 foot closer towards him.
Old maid bloody face.
Old maid bloody face.
Old maid bloody face.
Yep. The barbarian seems like they're having a great time.
Isn't that what we're calling cricket? Isn't that what we're calling cricket now after the whole war paint situation?
That's true.
Old maid bloody face.
Yes. Look, hey, this cultist is coming for your brain, cricket. I'm going to tell you, it's not on.
So how many cultists are left, just to clarify?
There are 4 cultists currently around you, and the final one, there's 3 cultists around you, and there's 1 cultist fanatic 60 foot ahead of you.
Right. So I am going to look at the closest cultist to me and say, "This is the start of a very bad day for you."
My guy.
And then I am going to go into my pouch again. I'm going to pull out 2. I'm going to, sorry, G's fucking face. 2 small egg quiches. Really small.
Like mini quiches?
Yeah, like tiny little quiches.
Little quiches.
In one hand, I'm holding these quiches. In the other, I'm going to reach behind Jin's ear and grab a feather I stashed earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to crush the quiches, wave this little feather in the air, and I'm going to point at this cultist and go, "That was funny." And I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on him.
All right, he's going to do a wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's pretty good. I think his crazy fury might just be a bit too powerful. That's a 19.
Ooh.
It might not have hurt you, but you can laugh anyway.
Please.
Finn lost because a feather was just pulled out from behind his ear and it was kind of ticklish.
To make Cricket feel better, Maze in a rage will also laugh, but like really angrily.
the rag spider just like chitters.
That big thing about where it came from also helped me.
Cricket loses all of her hearing. She can no longer
She no longer hears. Wonderful. I think that is. Then it goes to the third group, and a third final group comes down from the other side, having rolled a 19 for their stealth check. How very good for them. They like descend down towards you all, and there's another 5 of them. They pretty much go straight for, I would say, they're gonna go for the goose guy because he's got like a terrifying spire thing. That ain't right.
Something's not sitting right with these guys.
18 for the first one. I think that's a hit, possibly. There's a 16 for the second one.
Hits.
That's a 9 for the third one. So probably not going to hit for that one. That's going to be a 14 for that one.
Yes.
That's just hit. And last one is only an 8.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. The 3 hits get you.
Yep.
They're going to go, oh no. We've lost Emily for a quick moment.
Oh no.
Oh no. Have we changed position? Oh no. All right.
It is heavily raining outside, so
yeah, it is heavily raining outside. I heard that along my way.
Could be why.
So you take 2 damage for the first one. You take 4 damage for the second one. Finally, you take 7 damage for the last one.
So 14 damage total.
Yeah, 14 damage total.
Sweet. Yeah, they're just like tearing into this creature.
Yeah, they're bashing you.
Yeah.
All right. Then it is going to be top of the round. It goes to Maze. Your turn.
Still screaming angrily.
You got like a lot of calls for me. Like, oh man,
let's go! Not the first man I've killed. Not going to be the last. Who is the closest to me now? Am I still? How far away is the leader dude from me at the moment?
The leader dude's probably like 60 feet away. Other members of the party are running up towards him to try and get him, but he's like chanting and like preparing. Like,
I think I'm 30 feet away still.
Okay. Well, I am gonna. Ooh, it's worth using my movement to get to him.
I think I got him, Maze.
You think you're?
Yeah.
Great!
I got this one.
I'm fantastic. Fantastic.
I love clear communication.
It's so vital to our party dynamic.
To the band.
I love you guys.
Save the band, Maze. Save the band.
Whichever, use the movement to get to whoever's closest.
Yeah, there's like
cultist.
people around you. They're still smashing into you, trying to get you. Yep.
Taking out that great axe and going for a killing blow. Just going through.
Yeah.
Just going to town.
Roll me your attack.
Let's
You're going to attack
do
recklessly, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah,
okay. With reckless, do I get an advantage?
You do get advantage.
Yes.
You roll twice,
okay.
choose the highest.
Thank God, because that's terrible.
You'd love to hear it. I mean, an indestructible maze.
Okay, that is 16 to hit.
16 hits?
Yep. Perfect. Perfect. And that is 15.
15 damage?
Yeah.
Perishes a man.
Yeah.
Straight up perishes a man. There's nothing left. You cut him in twain, basically.
I want to go for bringing back a Call of Cthulhu move. Go for the neck and strike down.
Oh yeah, he's
yeah. I'm going from neck to underarm.
Yeah, neck to underarm. Get those lymph nodes.
Just really get in there.
He is well chopped. In fact, yeah.
Excellent.
Then it will be the last cultist in that first group. It's just trying to stab Jin, I believe it was. So he's tries to get another hit on Jin.
How very dare.
He's gets a 21 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Yeah, good. It's going to be 2 damage this time. As he stabs into you. Then it is going to be the other cultist go. The one who's kind of still fighting with you, Maze. I'm going to try and stab you this time. They do not hit this time.
Bring it!
They try to stab you, but they're a little bit freaked out. The little curvy, wobbly blades.
That's good. That
wait, they actually get advantage because you did attack recklessly.
I did attack recklessly.
So they actually curve one side. They missed the first time, but then they curve back the other side. Again, curvy blades.
Curvy blades, yeah.
Do stab
That's how they do it.
The second time.
That tickles.
You take 3 points of damage. Oh, sorry. So you end up taking only 2 points of damage.
Great.
All right. So you're still partying on pretty heartily at this point. It is then going to be Jin's go.
Having been just kind of backhand slapped by this cultist, Jin's just upset about that and just draws his longsword and just has a crack back at the cultist.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Say crack again.
Rolling 6.
Rolling 6. But that's okay, because then it is going to be Goose's go. Goose, you are halfway towards the cultist fanatic. You'd like to get the rest of the way there.
Yeah, I can do a leap over and land on him.
Springy legs.
Springy legs. My owl thing is going to assist in my attack roll here.
Do you spit him out again, or is he around still?
He's just around. He's always where you don't want him to be.
He's so good. Yeah. How good is that he's here?
Happy to have you.
That is a 12 to hit.
12 to hit?
Like a strong 12, like a high 12.
A strong 12?
Yeah. Like almost a 13, really.
A 12 does indeed hit him.
Oh, wonderful.
It was a strong 12.
It was a strong 12.
He's a strong 12.
He is going to take...
Or he's not very defensive.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
And as the kind of rag split apart, and you see this like glimpse of a toothed maw underneath, it kind of grapples him, and he is restrained.
You hate to see it. He's like grappling. He's like, "You cannot defeat me. I have the power of gods on my side." And he's really getting into his like theatrics here. He just loves to hear it. And then it is going to be Matthew.
Yeah, that poor Org. Oh, yeah.
Who the hell is Matthew?
I've never heard of him.
Matthew's gone.
There's only Org Bloodshhield now.
I think I can move 30 feet to get to the fanatic now that I've been running towards. All right, so go running up to him. All right, I'm going to try this goading strike, and hopefully he won't die right away, because that's really disappointing, you know?
If he dies, that's good for you, man.
Oh, yeah, but I want to goad someone, so I'm going to go and try to hit him. Oh, but with a 6, that's not going to work out very well. I'm going to use my action surge. Let's try that again. Action surge. So I'm going to try to swing again with the longsword. With 17. That
17 does hit. Yep.
And then that goading strike will add some more damage to this. So let me do both of these.
He could die.
Added 1.
The goading strike just doing an extra D8 damage.
9 damage with that strike.
9 damage. All right, let me see how much health this man has. I think that might. 2. So bad at that. 27. Let me just check his health, because he has perished. You not unfortunately get to get him that last time. So there are still some cultists around, and then it is going to be your turn. Cricket, yes. As I said, Emily, I didn't though.
Say it again. Say my name again.
Say it again.
Cricket.
Say her full name, Crickether.
Watching.
Say it with heart.
Crickether Hopmeister.
Crickle with you.
Watching all of my friends do enormous amounts of damage and me just telling bad jokes. How many are left now? Sorry.
There is 5 and 7. There's 7 left total.
There's what? 7?
7. There's still 7 left. They're partying. They're partying hard.
I'm going to move amongst the cultists if I can.
Yeah,
I want to stand with as many of them close to me as humanly possible, but without my friends being, within 15 feet, if I can.
Yep. Yeah. Unlikely that you're going to be able to get that, because they are all around you. Yep.
That's fine, but I want to do it in the best way.
You minimize it. So only
you can catch me in the John if you want.
Yeah, only Jin will be in that radius because Goose, you are next to the Colts Fanatic, as is Orog. May's vibing real hard, honestly, just like very focused on what she's got going on here. It's like, I'm having a great
Just
time.
having a good time.
So she'll be fine.
I'm gonna look at these cultists and be like, hey, no one breaks up the band. And I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Power chord.
Mace's head thrashing along.
Need to take they need to take damage regardless, but make a con save, please.
All right, con save. Below 10. Below 10 again. A natural 1. Wow, how good for me. Oh, a 7. That's cool. Close to a natural 1, but not quite. And a 4. And then the other 2 will also get it as well. No, that's still below 10. An 18, though. 1 manages to hang on for dear life. Roll your damage.
Those who failed will take 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Maze and Jin also do me this roll as well because they all die, except for one who is hanging by the thread of his, I don't know, shorts at this point. So Jin and Maze, did you roll your con save just to save against the roll? Because you may also get blasted at this point as well.
Speaking of me starting blasting, they also get pushed 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, they ragdoll. Only one of them survives, which is good. Yep.
13 for Jin for the contract.
Yeah,
16.
6 for Maze.
6.
Maze,
you do get launched. But it was very cool.
Maze is like, I love my job.
Power chords give me life.
Super like tall is just kind of like.
Yeah.
And that is the end of combat. The last cultist like tries to escape at this point and like runs up back into like the top of the cave mouth.
I'm going to pull out my horn.
Yep.
And I'm going to go. Do-do-do-do.
And it's like echoing like horrifying horn like plays as he runs like, and let's see if he avoids the insects. Well, actually, he manages to avoid the insects on the way as he like runs and like for his dear life. Mm-hmm. You find yourselves in the desk like with the cult defeated around you. Their bodies literally burst into the like areas of the cave, and there's like 15 people here. You're like you've cleaned house at this point. At the far end of this cave as well, you can see that there's like this kind of like large kind of looking doorway that presumably leads to probably the cultist fanatics like final kind of room. It's like more office where he like, does his rituals.
HQ.
The HQ, as it were. Yeah,
or get the pot. Get the pot ready.
Yeah, like rough hewn stone doorway, and it seems to be locked. It doesn't take you very long to figure out. Like you rummage through the cultist fanatics like trousers and basically.
I was gonna say Maze just runs through the door. Feels so full of rage.
Do me an athletics check with advantage then.
Bring it. Let's go. She wasn't expecting for everything to end so suddenly, so she still hopped up on rage juice.
Yeah.
What was that? Athletics?
Athletics with advantage.
That is a natural 20, so 25.
You like run through and there's a little outline of Maze, which is pretty big for all of you guys to like walk through as like you get into this room.
I have to climb.
It's open.
Yeah. Inside, when you get there, you burst in for more like combat, but find in fact a like woman basically like chained up, like looking really concerned at you. They are on the Kraken card. You can have a look at what they look like. She seems to be like a priestess. You can kind of like tell that she's like a priest of some sort. Like she's got priestly robes and stuff like that. It seems to have like some kind of adornment or something like that, and like looks really concerned.
You have a twisty knife.
Show me your knife.
Show us your knives. Gonna apologize for start. Sorry. Just big fight. Lots of energy. Hi. How are you?
The rag spider walks in behind you, all like.
How tall is this rag spider?
It's a large creature.
I'm going to
around
climb the rag spider.
You kind of squelch into it.
I'm like riding it like a mount and trying to look cool.
Living her best life. It's he's on brand.
They're trying to put the arms through the doorway.
Like she's obviously holding a cat. Like she appears to be a princess form. And she's like, my name is Aridinia. Who are all of you? Are you here to save me?
We want the cat.
We're here to save the cat.
Looks like the giant spider thing is like clutching the cat, like trying to protect it. It seems the kid, like little kitten's like.
We all unanimously say cat all at once.
we haven't actually decided on a band name yet, but I'm kind of thinking Rag Spider is working for us at the moment. Yeah.
What happened to Coldplay?
Creep play.
So much back there, and we played along.
Did it right for a little bit. Hey, there's a cat.
Are you here to save me?
We're here for the cat. You can come along if you want.
I would like that, please.
Wait, who are you?
Are you all right?
Oh yeah, are you okay?
That's a hard question. That's a hard question to answer. Honestly, I was captured and they were going to sacrifice me. They're insane. They believe that they were going to summon their demon lord to do some kind of terrible ritual. I've been afraid for so long.
Well, lucky for you, they're all over the walls out there now. So I think we're good.
After she says demon ritual, the rag spider falls limp as if it's like strings have been cut, gets pulled back into the pocket watch.
It's stuck in the rag.
No! And Goose climbs out. He's like, God, oh God, I hate doing that.
It was so cool. They also never do that again.
She looks absolutely horrified at this point. It's like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure if they did that demon ritual, then I'm going to regret it. Oh,
I don't know. They didn't have what they needed. They needed an artifact of some sort. I don't know. I don't know what they need. They said they kept chanting at me like the blood of the penitent, the blood of the servant. This terrifying chant. They just kept talking at it. They needed an artifact to the mountains. Please take the she passes the cat over to you, shaking as he's still wrapped in chains.
I slowly pull out my rapier. And then I put it away.
Oro, get the pot.
Who's got the pot?
Yeah, the pot.
I'm just gonna
dump out the jambalaya.
I'm just gonna dump it out of the pot.
The cat is very placid. It's like meow.
Oh, that's good.
Meow. It makes a pretty heavy sniffling sound though, which is a bit gross, but its name's Sniffles.
It's about to be a pot full of jambalaya. It won't be the last gross sound that comes out of that.
It's a little spicy, so watch your little toe beans.
It licks May's fingers meow.
That's cute. Yeah.
I gotta check out these chains. How do we get the chains undone? Set her free.
You suspect that that's probably the key that the cultist leader had to unlock them as you kind of pop them open, and she's like, "Please, I can find this artifact. I fear that if it gets into the wrong hands, if the cultists find it, I don't know what would happen. Please, I can pay you." You seem like adventurers, I hope.
Sure.
Good ones, I
think
imagine.
we're musicians first.
Yeah, artists, really.
We're artists.
Yeah, actually. How insulting.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. Please.
It's... This poor woman.
Sort of unlocking the chains. It's they do this all the time. It's fine. It's fine.
I go to sing, but I start to do it, and I go, and then just go, and just vomit cobwebs into the corner. Oh, so
a small bit of drool comes from Cricket.
We've got to get you some help, Bob. Really.
Will you help recover this artifact, please? I'm a priestess of
Sounds
Torm.
important.
I wasn't doing anything else today.
I'm a priestess of Torm. I must return to town. If you can, that would mean the world to me. Honestly, please.
Yeah, sure. More evil artifacts. That's going to make my life just so much better.
You are an expert on them, I imagine. So surely you will have some wisdom to be able to not fall to prey.
Have space on your belt for one.
I
do not know
wisdom
where
is what we bring to the table, but I love the attitude.
I do not know whether this artifact is truly evil, but if it's used for evil purposes, it might be for the detriment of all. Please, if you can find this, I would be more than indebted to you. I would pay you 200 gold each if you could do so.
We'll agree on it if we also get to play at your church.
Absolutely,
church
please.
temple.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Some sort of holiday festival.
Yeah.
I feel like we could.
I can help with that with the clergy. I'm sure the chaplain would be more than happy for such a thing. They always love getting more people in there. Thank
Our
you.
set time.
Thank you for
takes about
saving me as well.
4 hours.
Of course. She doesn't really know how long the set time is, but she's like, of course, anything. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. And I don't know how I could truly repay you, but
I mean, money is always good. But
yeah, we always like money.
Money's good.
Money I can give.
And your agreement on the gig is binding.
The
gig.
That's binding.
I did just ruin my last 2 mini quiches, so I will take quiches in.
I can make a quiche. I can quiche.
Cricket, remember when we had that talk about how you can swap gold for quiches?
And with that is actually the conclusion of this adventure.
Suddenly
this chapter is basically finding the artifact.
This woman is desperately missing the cultists after dealing with 5 minutes of our garbage.
Yes, absolutely.
You know
At
what?
least,
I'll just go back with them. It's fine.
although honestly, the
That's nice.
narcissism of the cults for that was a bit too much. Like, let me tell you about how good that guy is. Like, oh, okay, man. Put it away.
He was doing slam poetry though. It's different.
Yeah,
but thank you guys so much for coming and playing.
The worst.
Thank you, Jacob.
Definitely one of the most interesting.
He's never playing with us ever again.
No, look, I will roll anything a party has to offer. Boy, howdy, did you kill Jiminy Jillikers. I'm not sure. Let's do a quick roundup of what our favorite moments are, and then we'll get to the end of our lovely stream here for tonight. So I'll pass over quickly to Zach. What was your favorite moment, Zach? From
I really like, and I assume it was just a choice in the moment. Cricket's just being like, "Oh, I'm into this." Like, I feel like a lot of the times, obviously, that like having that kind of dynamic can be weird at the table, but that was so fucking funny immediately. It was so good.
God damn it. Just like. I keep looking at your teeth.
I'm into this. Yeah. That's hot.
I don't know where that came from.
somewhere dark and foreboding.
Deep engraved childhood trauma or something. Like.
Look, you definitely brought the horror aspect of a bird coming out of your mouth and whatever that thing was.
So I've had this idea for a while of like a druid. Because he's a druid too, bard one. Also, no one ever did any bardic inspiration, which I love.
I love that as well. Like, it's fine.
The one thing we brought from being a bard is playing instruments occasionally and being in a band.
Yeah, it's the band aesthetic. It's essential to what was going on. You wouldn't have gotten that troll if you didn't offer to be part of the band, and you got him.
Yeah,
very cool.
So yeah, I've always thought a cool reflavoring idea would be to like have like a reflavor your wild shapes as like this like summoning demons, and like you have to take their place or wherever they are, which I thought was very fun. But like the drooling so funny.
Oh God. Horrifying, honestly. Horrifying. Gemma, what was a favorite moment that you had?
Oh man, dude, the whole stream was just wild. But I gotta say, I really love, because I love roleplay and I love the characters. And I love kind of forging those dynamics early. So I got to say, I love Matt jumping immediately to the fatherly role of trying to cover for our messes by chasing down the dude.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
After May started threatening people.
Take some money.
In her heart, she just wanted to like show off the blade. Like she wasn't even trying to be menacing. But I love Matt immediately jumping to the fatherly role of.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry about them. They're not really, they're good kids, I promise.
Yeah. Also explaining it that it was like a thing that he has to do like a lot. Like it's like
and any opportunity when we get too much, kind of being that the straight man to be like, oh, they're just like this. This is what I have to deal with all the time. I promise, like it's okay. I love that.
Honestly, that town and Half-Orcs in Intimidation, Emily knows this from the other stream we did, which is in the same town, mind you. So that's the same town. Like bad reputation Half-Orcs have in there. Just really intimidating people, and they're just like running straight out of the town. Honestly.
Just May's enjoying life.
Just vibing. Classic barbarian vibes. We'll go to Matthew. What was one of your favorite moments there, Matthew?
Oh yeah, speaking of Maze, that thunder wave, I love my job. That's such a great image. Just to have the two really big tall ones sort of breaking in there, and then just Maze getting blown away. That was really fun. Yeah. I love thunder wave is always good for dramatics.
I originally did super have like Maze have like I think like you said earlier, Zach, having like a really dark backstory. And then as soon as I opened my mouth, I was like, no, it's gone. No, she's just happy to be here.
Also, and pairing up with Maze to pick up either side of Cricket, like the trophy cup lift. Yeah. so Cricket could put her finger on the lip.
Just like a hardcore fan. Just like, hey, I'm ready to go in the mosh. I'm just prepared for that at any moment of any day. Like, yeah. Very beautiful.
Brilliant.
Promethean, what did you find was a good moment in the game?
It was 100%. Well, I don't know if it was Cricket's reaction or if it was Emily's reaction to the spider. I can't tell if it was a character.
It's a full-bodied look.
It was Emily's
spider's
reaction.
nasty.
But yeah, the
just get a screen cap of that. That was good.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing.
I will shout out Promethean your very casual conversation with these bugs.
Yeah, bugs are cool.
Like, what's up? Like,
hey,
also just to clarify, because you were using talk to animals, but we don't hear any of that.
Yeah, you say like hear it.
We're just watching this very in-depth conversation go down. Yeah. That makes it so much better. Brilliant.
I mean, that was supposed to be a comment camp, but you're like, oh, okay, what if I let's talk to them? Like, okay, I guess so. Like, and you actually did the encounter where you're supposed to do the diplomacy with the troll. You kill him. You do the diplomacy with the thing you're not supposed to do diplomacy with.
That's working on it.
Classic.
That's D&D. That's perfect.
That's just D&D. Right.
Also, like the bonfires. Like taking out a bonfire is gonna be complicated. And this happen. I have a spell for that. No bonfire.
No bonfire here. Emily, what was your favorite moment?
I actually have to say, like, without a doubt, aside from everything. My favorite moment was definitely the casual conversation with the bugs. Just like the switch between like us all being absolute fucking dickheads to then Promethean just being like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?
How are you?
Yeah.
Seen any dead cultists lately?"
Bugs are people too. Come on.
Yeah. Bugs have feelings, emotions.
Yeah, that's right.
They feel.
Treat them the way you want to be treated.
That's right.
It's true.
Be the bug you want to see in the world.
Absolutely.
We all should be more like Promethean.
Well, they had intelligence of one. They vibed. Bugs. They're vibing bugs.
We gave them meals for days.
Meals for days, honestly. Terrifying meals for days. Sacrifice refuel? That's fine. How do we feel about the AR as well? Do you enjoy like the kind of AR aspects as well? Was that good?
Yeah, it's good getting just like the overview of like, okay, this is what you're dealing with. This is the parts of the thing, rather than being like, okay, so there's like a riverbank to the north side, and then there's carriages there, but then there's the bridge, but it's not like a really big build-up bridge. It's like you could just comes across really quick.
And being able to see the chest in that one in particular with the troll, it was like, oh my god, there's a chest right there next to the bridge. And I was thinking really sneaky ways to try and get it on my own, and then realized I'm not the rogue. That's not going to work. So
Maze was this closest trying to like walk through the river. I was like, I'll do it.
Have a little poke.
How deep is it? Just was wondering.
Yeah, I've always really liked D&D with figures and set pieces and stuff, but I'm also very anti-materialist. So it's like I'm always got a conflict as a DM. It's like I don't want to have figures and set pieces as cool as they are. So it's nice having the AR really solve that problem. So that was really fun to see that solution.
It definitely helps for me, who is someone who has a lot of trouble visualizing things. Like the visual center of my brain just doesn't exist. So to see it is like, perfect. I've got all worked out. I don't feel like I'm kind of stumbling in blind, which is great.
Yeah, great for GMs as well, because there's always that trial of like, I have to describe exactly what it is, and you know exactly what I'm describing. That there's that communication there, which is always hard for people to get to. But I'm so glad you guys had a fun time, and that, like, you know, honestly, one of the most chaotic games I've seen. Like,
it's victory,
bar none. I've had some times. There's been an explosion with a chest and a crate, and it's a whole thing.
Fabulous. Do we all go in now? Is that what happens?
Everyone getting close.
Go nice and deep. Just get those pores in there. What's going on there? Yeah. Very nice. Get that. We'll get that for the Christmas card for Ardent.
Brilliant.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well, we'll round off with basically some like final stuff with you guys, socials, that kind of stuff. You can just quickly wrap those. Obviously, this has been Ardent Roleplay. I am Jacob, the GM, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, all of the people in the chat, for joining us today. It's been absolute delight with seeing you kind of messaging and stuff like that. Oh, bless your little cotton socks. Love it so much. But we'll we'll reverse it all the way around. Emily, you can start us off first. Tell us what you're about. Tell us your stuff, and spook yourself.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. My name's Emily. If you liked watching my chaotic nature tonight, you can watch me torture our DM every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time /Venice Elder on Twitch in a game we play called Fate's Grip. We've just wrapped campaign 2. We got some fun announcements. We got some announcements coming soon with our campaign wrap up premiering next week as well.
Very exciting.
Woo!
And Promethean, tell us about you. Tell us your stuff.
Oh, hey, I'm me. The name's like right down there. And I play games on Twitch from time to time, quite often. Which is the thing. It's a 0 there too, just in case. But also D&D on the OzQuest channel, which is a little baby tabletop RPG channel that we've set up on Twitch.
So,
that we're looking
so
to get into. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
Lovely.
A little crowd.
Lovely. All right. So to Matthew.
Hey, so Matthew Ford. I love teaching D&D to absolute beginners. That's just been my obsession for many years, and I do that for a few hundred people in the last few years. Get them to be players from the absolute beginner stage, so just first rung on the ladder, because it can be quite intimidating to sit down even at a beginner's table. So I try to be with myself and try to train other DMs to give that perfect first 10 sessions, right? So you have a really great sampling of what all the different play styles are. If you want to see how we do this, sort of like, you watch those videos where you're watching someone make a cake. You're not intending to make a cake yourself. You're so interested in seeing how they make the cake. Those are the kind of videos that I do. You can watch me play around the table with absolute beginners, so you can just learn a lot about D&D and how people learn, and also how to be a DM yourself. And I actually give you materials, so you can use my materials, use my script, so that you too can be that kind of DM. If this interests you, just to see how I do it or do it yourself, the best way is just tinyurl.com/teachdd. So this is how we teach D&D. But also that links you to patreon.com/rollingrogues. That's a volunteer nonprofit where we have just, no wages, all volunteers, all of our events are free, and we just show lots of people how to play games and get people connected around the table, all in person. Yeah.
Oh, very exciting. All right. So over to the lovely Gemma. Tell us what you do this.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh.
Nice to see you there. I didn't see you there, but I do now because I'm very close to the camera. Hello, I'm a TV presenter. I'm also on YouTube and Twitch at GFD. I talk about Mass Effect a lot, one of my favorite games of all time. If you want to catch me, too close. Talking about those things, you can follow me on YouTube at GFD or Twitch. I stream every Wednesday and Sunday at GFD, and I'm also on the ABC at 9:30 on Saturdays. So feel free to catch me talk about video games.
Talking about video games, so cool.
Video games?
Video games?
Video games?
Video games.
Little games with video.
There's a lot of good video games.
That's all about.
Never heard of them.
And finally,
video games. Sorry.
Finally, Zach, tell us what your deal is.
So my deal is I actually just finished up a 4-year campaign. That is the podcast I Speak Giant, which you just literally on this Monday we will be recording our epilogue. So that's a thing I did for a very long time. That's I Speak Giant. That's pretty much everywhere, good or bad, podcasts are sold. I also do Zach Speaks Giant, which is my Twitch, my YouTube. I also do like silly TikToks and nonsense like that. So check that out. Zach Speaks Giant. I also stream every Monday night with a very lovely group, and do 2 other campaigns streamed as well throughout the week. This is apparently a bad
nonsense in D&D. It's wonderful.
I'm also here to tell you that curved blades are the sign of evil.
Facts. You should probably write that down for all your GMs coming out. Curved blades. Curved blades.
I'm just here to tell everyone that owls escaping people's mouths is like the new hot trend.
It's fresh and hot this summer.
Anything unique can be sexy, and apparently this fits the criteria.
Next
Honestly,
TikTok trend is
throwing up owls. All right. Well, let's wave ourselves out there, and we'll conclude our lovely game today. Thank you all so much for coming, and thank you all so much for watching. This has been Ardent Roleplay. See you next time. More adventures and one-shots and who knows what else.
Rag Spider on SoundCloud. Yeah!